will pay homage to the Buddha. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Day 27. Today we have to आज हामी जागानुसतिको बारेमा चर्चा गर्छौं. So we have to explain the prerequisites of jaga. जागाको बारेमा भन्नुपर्दाखेरि qualifies dana. हामीमा चाहिँ अब जागानुसति गर्नको लागि एकदम राम्ररी है अब राम्ररी उत्कृष्ट दान गरिएको हुनुपर्छ छ. We have to make our dana stronger. कहिलेकाहीँ हामीले हाम्रो दान गर्दाखेरि एकदम बलियो दान बनाउनु पर्छ. Sometimes we also have different conditions that makes feel sorry although we do dana, right? कहिलेकाहीँ चाहिँ अब हामीले दान गरिसके पनि पछि फेरि अलिकति अप्ठ्यारो लाग्ने नरमाइलो लाग्ने त्यस्तो पनि भइरहन्छ. अब दानको कुरा गर्दाखेरि अब लिने व्यक्ति पनि चाहियो, दिने व्यक्ति पनि चाहियो र दान दिने सामान पनि चाहियो. अब यो तीनटा कुरामा चाहिँ सबभन्दा महत्त्वपूर्ण चाहिँ मन हो. जब हामीमा यो कुराहरू हुन्छ हामीले दान गर्न सक्छौँ है यो चारवटा कुराहरू. कहिलेकाहीँ चाहिँ हामीमा दान दिने व्यक्ति हुन्छ तर दान दिने व्यक्ति हुँदैन है. कहिलेकाहीँ चाहिँ दान लिने व्यक्ति हुन्छ, दान दिने वस्तु पनि हुन्छ तर दान दिने इच्छा हुँदैन. दोकानले कहिलेकाहीँ दान लिने व्यक्ति भयो भने चाहिँ एकदमै राम्रो हो अनि दान दिने इच्छा हुनु पनि राम्रो हो. If we know the value of jaga, we will not eat without offering. यदि हामीले चाहिँ दानको महत्त्वबारे बुझ्यौँ भने दान नदिकन हामीले कहिले पनि खाँदैनौँ. अब दानको कुरा गर्दाखेरि यदि त्यहाँ कोही दान लिने व्यक्ति छ भने बोधिसत्वले चाहिँ दान गर्नुहुन्छ है. कोही व्यक्ति दान लिने व्यक्ति छ भने दान गरिदिइहाल्नुहुन्छ बोधिसत्वहरूले चाहिँ. हजुरले दानको बारे धेरै कथाहरू सुन्नुभएको होला. अब दुतागामिनी भन्ने छ श्रीलङ्कामा. दुतागामिनी राजाले दान नदिकन कहिले पनि खानु हुँदैन थियो. उहाँको चाहिँ बानी हो यो. एक दिन चाहिँ दान नदिकन एउटा खुर्सानी खानुभएको थियो. त्यसपछि चाहिँ त्यो याद गरेर उहाँले ठुलो चैत्य नै दान गर्यो. मैले दान गर्न बिर्स्यो भनेर ठुलो चैत्य नै दान गर्नुभयो. त्यो चैत्य अहिले पनि छ. दान नगरिकन चाहिँ कहिले पनि खानु हुन्न थियो. यस्तो चाहिँ अभ्यास. यस्तो कारण यस्तो प्रकारको बानी छ भने एकदमै राम्रो बलियो जब हामी जागानुसति गर्छौँ दानको बारे याद गर्दै गरिने भावना. आज उपमाको लागि भने आज हामीले दान गर्नुभयो र त्यसलाई सम्झेर
फेरि प्रमुदित हुनु है जुन चाहना छ त्यो आज गरेको दानलाई भोलि सम्झेर खुसी हुनु
also the mind state at the time that in the actual time of dana
दान दिने समयमा
fresh right if you just offer today is really fresh you can recall everything easily
आजै दान गरेको कुरा छ भने एकदम ताजा ताजा भएको कारणले सजिलै याद हुन्छ
any dana that can make you happy in the past
पहिला पहिला जुनसुकै दान गरेको छ भने पनि त्यो आफूले गरेको दानलाई याद गर्नुभयो भने के हुन्छ त मनमा खुसी उत्पन्न हुन्छ
dana let me qualifying dana
यदि हामीमा यस्तो
now here we should talk about
उत्तम प्रकारको दान छ भने चाहिँ चाहना जति गर्न एकदमै राम्रो अब दानको पनि 6 प्रकार छ
the first one vigata mala machera
विगता मल्ला मच्छेरा
actually in the original sutta it was mentioned
मुख्य सूत्रमा चाहिँ लाभा वतमे सुलदे वतमे योहं विगतं मल्ला मच्छरेन विहरामि भनेछ
then some we also have another pali word
अर्को पाली शब्द विगत मल्ला मच्छरेन अगार वसम वसति भनेर
vigata mala machera means free from stinginess
विगत मल्ला मच्छरा भनेको चाहिँ एकदम लोभ कन्जुस रहित भएर है मल रहित भएर दान गर्ने
we will not offer anything
जब हामी लोभी हुन्छौँ हामीले केही पनि दान गर्न सक्दैनौँ
possessiveness we may offer
यदि हामीसँग मात्सर्य कम छ भने मात्रै हामीले दान गर्न सक्छौँ
expecting something right but here we have another quality mudda jaga
मुद्दा त्यागा स्वतन्त्र रूपमा त्याग गर्ने
mudda jaga means you can offer everything freely without any expectation without anything in return
मुद्दा त्यागा भनेको चाहिँ केही कुरा चाहिँ को आशा नगरी रिटर्नमा केही आशा नगरी दान राख्ने यो चाहिँ दान हैन चाहिँ इन्भेस्टमेन्ट भयो
right for example I don't know how long do you make aspiration after offering
अब हजुरले दान गरिसकेपछि कति इच्छा गर्नुभयो
mango
कुनै व्यक्तिहरू छ कुनै स्याउ दान गर्छ आँप दान गर्छ है सुन्तला दान गर्छ अनि त्यो दान गरेको चाहिँ एक घन्टासम्म चाहिँ प्रार्थना गर्छ है म चाहिँ यस्तो ठाउँमा जन्म लिन सकौँ है ज्योतिको जस्तो जन्म हुन सकौँ सारीपुत्र भन्ने जस्तो प्रज्ञा हुन सकौँ आनन्द भन्ने जस्तो हुन सकौँ है आनन्द भन्ने शक्तिशाली हुन सकौँ एकदमै धनी हुन सकौँ भनेर प्रार्थना गर्छ है बाघुला जस्तो एकदमै स्वास्थ्यवर्धक हुन सकौँ भनेर इच्छा गर्छ लामो इच्छा गर्छ एउटा आँप दान गरेर एउटा स्याउ दान गरेर एउटा सुन्तला दान गरेर इच्छा चाहिँ ठुल्ठुलो इच्छाहरू गर्छन्
good conditions or maybe good supporting conditions in our life so when we have this kind of thing this is not really called mudda jaga we expect many things
जब यस्तो इच्छा राखे धेरै इच्छा राखेर दान गरिन्छ भने त्यो पनि मुद्दा दान भएन शिव दान गरेको पुण्य के छ
because it may be greedy
ये थाहा भएन भने जस्तै फलको बारे थाहा भएन मान्छे फेरि लोभी हुन्छ अब खाना दान गरेको फल चाहिँ थाहा छ है आयु वर्ण सुख बल आयु लामो आयु वर्ण राम्रो रूप सुख खुसी बल शक्ति प्रतिभान भनेको प्रज्ञा
So by offering food, you can get this 5 benefits.
If
we say that kind of things,
खाना दान गरेको चाहिँ 5वटा फल पाइन्छ यस्तो भन्यो भने चाहिँ फेरि त्यो इच्छाले यो 5वटा कुराहरू दान गर्यो भने चाहिँ ऊ फेरि मुद्दा दान भएन हामीले चाहिँ दान चाहिँ सम्पत्तिप्रति आसक्तलाई
our greed becomes
त्याग
stronger,
गर्नको लागि चाहिँ दान गर्नुपर्छ।
right?
तर दान
So we
गरेकोले
may
पनि लोभ
offer
धेरै
only
बढेर
one
हुन्छ।
meal. We may have long-time benefits like आयु वनहर सुखवला in many lives, expecting
अब
this kind of
एक दिन भोजन दान गर्यो
benefits
भने धेरै
that we
जन्मसम्म
offer.
आयु हुन सुख
This is
बल
not Buddha Jaga.
प्राप्त हुन्छ नै। तर त्यसको इच्छाले दान गर्यो भने फेरि मुक्त दान
So
चाहिँ हुँदैन।
similarly,
त्यसै
when people
गरी
offer attaparikara, right?
मान्छेहरूले अट्टपरी खाएर दान गर्यो भने,
Although they offer like a robe also, offering clothes,
अब चिवर दान गर्यो भने,
then they also wish to be arahat, ehi bhikkhu arahat. That's why they offer a robe to bhikkhu. We have many robes, we're gonna wear all.
अब यही भिखु अरन्त
Many extra already.
हुनको लागि
Three offering
चाहिँ
many.
चिवर दान गऱ्यो भने त्यो पुण्य प्राप्त हुन्छ भनेर मान्छेले चिवर दान गरिरहेको हुन्छ है।
So that
हामीसँग
means
अलरेडी चिवर धेरै छ, तर
sometimes
मान्छे चिवर
we
धेरै दान
don't think
गरिरहेको नि
about
हुन्छ।
what receiver needs. We
कहिलेकाहीँ
just
चाहिँ
think about our own welfare when we are
हामीले
going to
चाहिँ
offer. This is not Buddha Jaga.
रिसिभरलाई के चाहिन्छ, दान लिने
That
व्यक्तिलाई
is investment.
के चाहिन्छ भन्ने चाहिँ बिर्सिरहेका हुन्छौँ।
So the first one, machira, stinginess,
पहिलो
or
माश्चर्य,
possessiveness. Then second one, Muddha
लोभीपन
Jaga.
है।
Then if we are greedy, we cannot have Muddha Jaga.
लोभी छ भने चाहिँ
Then we
हामी
have
अब
another
मुक्त चागा
one,
चाहिँ हुँदैन।
payata pani, washed
पयता
hand
पानी,
or clean hands.
एकदमै शुद्ध हात भएको,
So that
दान दिन
means
तयार हात भएको।
in the explanation, they have mentioned when we are going to offer, before offering, we wash our hands.
दान गर्नुभन्दा अगाडि चाहिँ
Huh?
हात
So
धुनुपर्ने।
many receiver come, we wash all the time, our hand become clean because of offering. We have to wash many times, right?
अब धेरै दान लिने व्यक्ति आयो भने चाहिँ
This
अब
is also called payata pani.
हात धोएर दान गर्नुपर्छ, हात
We
सफा
also
राखेर,
say another way,
हात सफा गरेर दान
payata pani
गर्नुपर्छ भनेर
means
भनिन्छ
habitual
है।
offering.
अनि अर्को एउटा अर्थ चाहिँ पयता पानी भनेर
That means every day you have dana.
दिनदिनै दान गर्ने बानी, नतुताइकन दान गर्ने बानी है।
It become
पयता
habit.
पानी भनेको चाहिँ दान बानी नै भइसकेको हुन्छ।
This is called payata pani.
यो चाहिँ पयता पानी ह्याबिटै भइसक्यो यो चाहिँ।
So sometimes
कहिलेकाहीँ
if we don't have a habit,
यदि हामी बानी छैन
we
भने
will be shy, right? Then, for example, there are some people, if they have never been to the monastery, then if they have to see bhikkhu, they feel a little bit shy and timid.
कहिलेकाहीँ चाहिँ अब बिहारमा जान कि कोही दाताहरूलाई पिछुलाई देखेर लाज
Although they
लाग्छ।
didn't know how to, they don't know how to talk with the bhikkhu.
उहाँहरूलाई चाहिँ
They will be more scary.
कसरी पन्थीसँग कुरा गर्नुपर्ने भन्ने थाहा हुँदैन है, दान
Similarly,
गर्ने
in the
बानी
case of
नभएको
dana also,
कारणले।
if we don't have habit of dana, we also a little bit hesitate.
अब दान गर्ने बानी नभएकोहरूले पनि सुरुमा दान गर्ने एकदमै अप्ठ्यारो मान्छन्।
So sometimes we have many poor quality in our hand. When we have very poor donations also, we feel a little shy.
कहिलेकाहीँ चाहिँ अब एकदमै सानो दान गर्न पनि
I'm not sure he will accept or not, right? That
लाज
kind of
मान्छन्।
mind. If it's too good also, oh, this is so good. I need this kind of things. I should not offer.
यदि एकदमै राम्रो सामान
Hesitate.
छ भने पनि ओ यस्तो राम्रो सामान
If
त
we
दान
have
गर्नु
habit
उचित
of
छैन
dana,
भनेर चाहिँ
whether
मन
poor or
अप्ठ्यारो
good,
लाग्छ।
we don't consider. As long as receiver needs, we will be ready to offer.
यदि यसो हाबिचेल दान गर्ने, दिनदिनै दान गर्ने बानी छ भने चाहिँ, यदि दान लिने व्यक्तिलाई साँच्चैकै चाहिरहेछ भने, धनी भयो भने, गरिब भयो भने, यस राम्रो भयो नराम्रो भयो पनि त्यस दान गर्ने व्यक्तिलाई आवश्यक छ भने चाहिँ दान गर्छ।
The next group. Haustakarato. Relinquishment.
त्यागमा रमाउने।
So that means when you are offering, you must be happy.
त्यागमा
You must
आनन्द मान्ने।
delight. Sometimes we just offer, not very happy, right? Just neutral mind. sometimes unwillingly we have to offer also, not very happy.
कहिलेकाहीँ
We
चाहिँ
feel sad also, right?
दान गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ अब
That's
त्याग
why
चित्त
Vamsa
हुँदैन
Karata
है।
means we must delight in relinquishment.
त्याग चित्त नभइकन दिन अप्ठ्यारो मानेर दान गरेर हुन्छ है।
Actually,
तर
here
यहाँ
are
चाहिँ अब
two
त्यस्तो हुनु हुँदैन है।
conditions.
त्यागमा रमाउने चित्त भएको दान
Sometimes when
हुनुपर्छ
we
अरे,
see,
आनन्द मान्ने दान,
right, the receiver using our donation, we may feel happy, right? Sometimes we just offer something people need. They are using our donations.
कहिलेकाहीँ चाहिँ
That we feel happy.
अब हामीले दान गरेको
This is
सामान चाहिँ
example. There
मान्छेले
are many
लिइदियो
conditions of
भनेर
happiness.
खुसी हुन्छ। त्यो फेरि लिएको सामान उहाँहरूले
That
प्रयोग
is why
गरिदिनु पर्यो
when
भने
we talk
खुसी
about
हुन्छ।
Ausagarato,
जब हामीको सकारात्मक
they
कुरा
make
गर्छौँ,
habit of happy dana.
यो चाहिँ
Okay, now
अब राम्रो
we should
खुसीपूर्वक
move
दान
the
गर्ने
next
बानी
quality.
है। त्यागमा
Yaja
त्याग चित्तले
yoga
दान गर्ने रमाउने
fits to be
त्यस्तो
asked.
प्रकारको दान हुनुपर्छ। अर्को चाहिँ
Okay, yeah, one more time.
याचा योगको,
When we say fit
याचा
to be
योगको
asked, that means we must offer as we promised or as we
अनुरोध गर्न
invite.
मिल्ने है। अब
So
हामीले चाहिँ
sometimes
प्रमिस गरिसकेको कुरा चाहिँ हैन
we
दान
just
गर्नुपर्छ।
invite bhikkhus to ask any donation he needs just for formality.
कहिलेकाहीँ चाहिँ फर्मालिटीको मात्रै भन्दै हजुरलाई
Not
केही
really
चाहिन्छ भने
willing to offer.
भन्नुहोस् भनेर भनिरहेको हुन्छ है। साँच्चै
Right?
मनदेखि चाहिँ भन्दैन,
Then when bhikkhu really
मनदेखि
asks,
भनेको चाहिँ हुँदैन है।
they were not very happy.
अनि जब भन्तेहरूले माग्नुहुन्छ अनि उहाँहरू चाहिँ खुसी
Right?
हुनुहुन्न है। सुरुमा चाहिँ प्रार्थना चाहिँ
How much
गर्नुहुन्छ
have you ever experienced like that?
तर माग्दाखेरि चाहिँ खुसी हुँदैन।
By accident, you have invited one bhikkhu. Whenever you need, please ask
अब
me.
उदाहरणलाई कुनै एउटा भन्तेले हजुरले प्रार्थना गर्नुभयो,
Then
केही
he
कुरा
asks
चाहियो
what he
भने
needs.
केही
The
कुरा
donors are not very happy.
चाहियो भने भन्नुहोस् भनेर भन्नुहुन्छ, तर माग्दाखेरि दाता चाहिँ फेरि
This
खुसी
means this is
हुँदैन।
not yaja yoga.
यो चाहिँ साँच्चैकै याचा योग
I repeat the same instructions about yaja yoga. This is my teacher advice when I was newly ordained.
याचा योगको बारे
as a
मेरो
bhikkhu.
गुरुले चाहिँ सिकाउनु भएको।
So actually,
सुरुमा
I have many
भन्दाखेरि
donors. I
मेरो
have
गुरुले
some donors
सिकाउनु
in
भएको थियो।
Yangon. They came to small town.
मेरो चाहिँ अब याङ्गुनमा धेरै
So they also sponsor
दाताहरू
all my
थियो।
ordination ceremony.
अनि म
They also
उपसम्बदा
invite me with 4 overseas.
हुँदाखेरि उहाँहरूले
My
चाहिँ
teacher
चतुर्पचायको प्रार्थना
Okay,
गर्नुभएको
now
थियो। मेरो
the
टिचरले चाहिँ
devotee invite
त्यतिखेर
me with 4
मलाई
overseas.
याद दिलाउनु भएको थियो। ल अब तिम्रो
Don't ask
दिबोतीहरूले
anything from them. If you need something, ask from me.
तिम्रो दिबोतीहरूले प्रार्थना गरेको छ है।
Satta is not from the mouth.
तर
Satta is from the heart.
उनीहरूसँग केही पनि नमाग्नु। सदा
Don't
भनेको
believe
मुखबाट होइन मनबाट
people's
हुनुपर्छ।
mouths.
हजुरले केही चाहियो भने मलाई भन्नुहोस् भनेर
As bhikkhu, I
गुरुले
remember
मलाई
the one.
भन्नुभएको थियो है। मान्छेहरूको
So I
बोलीमा चाहिँ
really
विश्वास
ask
नगर्नु
donation. Of course, there are some donors. They are
भनेर
really
मान्छेहरूको
eager to offer.
बोलीमा
They
बोलीमा
also
विश्वास
really offer.
नगर्नु भनेर
For that kind of donor, I will ask some donation.
अनि
Not very expensive one.
कुनै दिबोतीहरूको चाहिँ एकदमै दान दिने इच्छा हुन्छ, त्यतिखेर चाहिँ म भनिरहन्छु, तर महँगो चाहिँ
So
होइन,
the main
सस्तो।
thing is sometimes invitation, formally invitation, but not really willing to offer. There's no yaja yoga.
कहिले चाहिँ अब केही चाहिन्छ भनेर भनिरहेको हुन्छ, तर चाहिँ साँच्चै मनबाट चाहिँ दान दिने इच्छा हुँदैन। यो चाहिँ याचा योग हो।
Some devotee invite bhikkhus with the 4 overseas, but he also asks from that day on that donor just be also.
कुनै बेला दिबोतीहरूले के चाहिन्छ भन्नु भनेर
Something
भन्छ,
really happen.
तर पिछुले एक दिन माग्यो भने चाहिँ एकचोटि मागिसकेपछि त्यो दाता चाहिँ अनि हराउँछ अरे।
Anyway,
त्यस्तो पनि हुन्छ।
yaja yoga means as we promise or as we invite it, we must offer. This is called yaja yoga, right?
अब
So
याचा योग
we
चाहिँ
had already
केही कुरा
invited,
दिन्छु
but
भनेर
when
प्रमिस
the receiver
गरिसकेपछि
asks for donation, we are not very happy. This is not the way we must do it.
दिनुपर्छ है। हामीलाई आफूले भनेको पनि छ केही चाहिन्छ भन्नु, तर
Okay, now we have the last
माग्दाखेरि
quality for
यो चाहिँ
Jaganosati.
दिने इच्छा गरेन भने त्यो राम्रो होइन, त्यो चाको योग भएन।
Delight in sharing.
दान सम्पविभाग योगो
Okay, here we should also say
दान सम्विभाग
Samvivaga means
रतो
manage.
बाँधेर दिनमा रमाउने,
We can also
साझा
say
गर्न
manage,
आनन्द
right?
मान्ने।
So if you are happy in managing donations,
यदि
it's also
हजुरहरू
called Dana Samvivaga Rato.
दान दिने कार्यक्रमहरू
for
मिलाउनमा
example,
है त्यो एरेन्ज गर्नमा खुसी हुनुहुन्छ
every
भने
season.
त्यो पनि यो दान
We have an
संविभाग
umbrella donor in
रत्न
Nepal.
अब हरेक वर्ष चाहिँ बर्खावासमा छाता दान गर्ने दाताहरू हुन्छ
This is normal.
यो चाहिँ नर्मल हो
So they are ready before start raining. They already calculated how many bhikkhus.
अब वर्षा सुरु हुनुभन्दा अगाडि कतिजना भन्दैहरू छ भनेर सबैलाई छाता दान गर्नुहुन्छ अब ठुलो सङ्घलाई ठुलो परिवारले समाजले दान गर्नुपर्छ भने त्यहाँ धेरै मिलाउनु पर्ने हुन्छ अब मोलेमीमा चाहिँ छाता दान गर्नु पर्छ भने चाहिँ अब मोलेमीमा धेरै भन्दै भएको कारणले याङ्गुन मण्डलेबाट ठुल्ठुलो सहरबाट मगाउनु पर्ने हुन्छ छाताहरू है त्यहाँ चाहिँ अब अरू अरू कामदारहरू पनि चाहिने हुन्छ त्यो छाता दान अनि यस्तो यस्तो म्यानेज गर्ने कुराहरूमा पनि मन खुसी भइरहेछ मन रमाउँछ भने यो पनि दान संविभाग त हो यो चाहिँ दानको गुणहरू क्वालिटी हजुरले पहिलो ग्रुप है अब मात्सर्य नहुनु अरूको चाहिँ केही आशा नराखिकन दान गर्नु दोस्रो पयोता पानी है अब दान गर्ने बानी सफा हात राखेर अनि वसक्करतो भने त्याग गर्नमा रमाउने याचा योगो है अब
when really asks, you must be ready. Okay, one more thing here. In the case of Yacha Yoga, right?
माग्न योग्य अनुरोध गर्न मिल्ने समयमा चाहिँ माग्नेपछि प्रार्थना सिद्धि दिनु
we don't want to ask anymore.
कसैले चाहिँ अब
we also receive, right?
प्रार्थना गर्छ तर माग्दाखेरि दिएन भने फेरि माग्न मन लाग्दैन कपियाहरू पनि
one time, two time, they forgot. I don't want to ask kapia anymore.
कपियालाई पनि एक दुईचोटि भन्छ उनीहरूले बिर्स्यो भने त्यस्तो कपियालाई फेरि भन्न
that means Yacha Yoga we must be ready. That's also one thing, right?
याचा योगा चाहिँ दान दिन जहिले रेडी भएर बसिरहनुपर्छ अनि दान संविभाग र तो दानसँग बाँधेर दिनमा रमाउने साझा गर्न आनन्द लिने सहयोग गर्न रमाउने अब यी छवटा मध्ये हजुर कस्तो प्रकारको दान गर्ने बानी छ कसो दान गर्नु बानी छ भनेर है आफूले चाहिँ याद गर्ने विचार गर्ने
the last one, right? I like this kind of thing also.
दान संविभाग त मलाई चाहिँ यो मनपर्छ एकदम रमाइलो लाग्छ यसरी दान मिलाउनमा एकदमै रमाइलो लाग्छ खुसी लाग्छ
right? Happy in dana. So this one is very common. I'm not sure. Right?
वसक्करतो पनि सजिलै छ है गर्न सजिलो छ जस यो छवटा मध्ये एउटा क्वालिटी आफूमा छ भने चाहिँ त्यसलाई याद गरिराख्यो भने मन चाहिँ प्रीति हुन्छ शान्त हुन्छ सुरुमा पपा मजा आउँछ त्यसपछि पिति आउँछ पशुदिपछि पितिपछि पशुदि आउँछ अनि पशुदिपछि सुख आउँछ अनि सुख बलियो भएपछि समाधि हुन्छ है यो पनि अब उपचार समाधि हजुरले यसरी अब याद गरेर स्मरण गरेर ध्यान गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ जब हजुरले चागनसती गर्नुहुन्छ बारम्बार हजुर चाहिँ एकदमै दान गर्ने स्वभाव वृद्धि हुँदै जान्छ
like for example the benefit of Jaganusti we very much in detail in Visuddhimagga. Okay, now
चागनसतीको फाइदा चाहिँ विशुद्धिमार्गमा एकदमै राम्रो आएको छ
now we should start Devadanusati.
अब अर्को देवतानुसति भनेर छ
Okay, now we should also say a few things about Devadanusati.
देवतानुसतिको बारे केही कुरा
So let me, if we are like qualified enough, when we have divine quality, we can do it. For example, it's like a noble person.
अब देवतानुसति
They have all these divine quality. They can be followed easily.
अरिया व्यक्तिहरुमा चाहिँ
For
अब
ordinary people,
दिव्य गुणहरु परिपूर्ण हुन्छ
if we
यसले
have any
सजिलै
of
गर्न
this
सक्नुहुन्छ
quality in our life,
अब
in
सामान्य
our daily life,
व्यक्तिहरुमा चाहिँ अब
we can do recollection of
सबैमा
divine beings or divine qualities.
देवतांशति गर्न सक्ने देवताहरु गुण हुन सक्दैन तर कुनै कुनैमा हुन्छन् अब देवताहरुको जस्तो गुणहरु छ भने त्यो
Okay, now
गुणलाई
here
सम्झेर देवतांशति गर्न
we should talk about
सक्नुहुन्छ
the first one, Saddha, faith.
अब अर्को पहिलो कुरा गरौँ श्रद्धा
So that means we have to understand the meaning of Saddha. Let me make mind clear, right? We already mentioned before, right? It make mind clear.
श्रद्धाले मन चाहिँ
Two more
सफा
things about
बनाउँछ
Saddha. In Bali we call Achala Saddha.
अब पालीको बारे केही कुराहरु भन्छ
Unshaken
पालीमा चाहिँ अचल श्रद्धा
faith.
भनेर छ कहिले नबिग्रने श्रद्धा नडगमगिने श्रद्धा
Unshaken faith means
अब
you
अविचलित
know the
श्रद्धा
truth, you
भनेको
believe in
चाहिँ
it, you
अब
cannot change it.
सत्य कुरा थाहा छ र हजुरले
called
त्यसलाई
achala saddha.
विश्वास गर्नुहुन्छ त्यो विश्वास चाहिँ कहिले पनि परिवर्तन हुँदैन यो चाहिँ अचल श्रद्धा
It
हो
doesn't mean you must believe the same things all the time, right? When you come to know the truth, you must follow it without changing.
सत्य थाहा पाइसकेपछि त्यसमा परिवर्तन नभइकन
for
अडग
example,
भएर बस्ने अचल भएर बस्ने
I
श्रद्धा
believe
अब कहिले
this
काहीँ
teacher
चाहिँ
and that teacher and that CRO, this CRO, right?
यो
In
गुरु
Thailand,
त्यो
this
गुरु
exam or that exam,
यो
right? Many,
स्याडो
many.
थाइल्यान्डमा अब यो अजान त्यो अजान भनेर हुन्छ
So that means we follow many different traditions.
हामी
One way or
धेरै
another.
विभिन्न प्रकारको परम्परा ध्यान
Every tradition we have
परम्पराहरू
doubts. We get confused.
हामीले अनुसरण गरिसकेका हुन्छ धेरै परम्परा भयो भने चाहिँ अनि मनमा धेरै शङ्का
No, we have a
उपशङ्का
lot of
हुन्छ
questions,
अनि हामी कन्फ्युज हुन्छौँ धेरै
but nobody can
प्रश्नहरू
answer.
मनमा आउँछ तर
Nobody
कसैले
want to answer also.
कसैले अनि उत्तर दिनुहुन्न है कसैले उत्तर
That means
दिने इच्छा पनि हुँदैन अब
when you
त्यो
are actually shaken,
अब किनकि श्रद्धा
you have a lot
एकदमै
of doubts,
विचलित छ कुनै
a
कुनै
lot of questions.
सम्प्रदायमा पनि अब बलियो श्रद्धा छैन है
Some of the questions are not necessary.
कुनै कुनै प्रश्नहरू फेरि अब
Right?
काम नलाग्ने प्रश्नहरू पनि हुन्छ
So, in the case of Achala Saddha,
अब अचल श्रद्धाको
then
कुरा
you
गर्दाखेरि
believe strictly.
एकदमै
Then
बलियो
if you
गरी
say,
विश्वास गर्ने
this is samatha practice, you must do it, you believe it,
यो
you do
चाहिँ
it.
समता
without
प्र्याक्टिस
shaking.
हो यो चाहिँ गर्नै पर्छ भनेर भन्ने बित्तिकै
This
एकदमै
is
बलियो श्रद्धाले चाहिँ गर्ने
like a
बानी
morality. If you follow this morality, then you will be praised by a wise person, good person, right? For example, if you know this is a morality, you may not shake, follow it.
अब यो चाहिँ राम्रो सिल हो भनेर भन्ने बित्तिकै एकदम त्यसमा विश्वास गर्ने
Even yesterday, I
है
already talked
अरूले
about
होइन
it.
भने पनि मन
When we have
विचलित
Saddha, we have a
नगरी
lot of discount, bargaining a lot.
अब श्रद्धाको कम
Right?
छ भने चाहिँ अब धेरै
5, 10
बार्गेनिङहरू
precepts.
गर्छौँ हामी
What about 9 precepts?
किन
8 precepts?
10% 9% किन होइन 8% किन होइन
You may have
भनेर
many, many
बार्गेनिङ गर्छौँ
discounts, right?
धेरै अब हामीले
This is
बार्गेनिङ
not
गर्छौँ
very strong Saddha.
यो चाहिँ एकदम बलियो श्रद्धा चाहिँ होइन
So when the Buddha says this is a temporary Saddha, follow it. You may follow it strictly, without shaking. That's called Achala Saddha.
यो चाहिँ एकदम
This is
बलियो
samatha
श्रद्धा है
practice. You
यो चाहिँ
must follow
समता
it.
अभ्यास हो
You follow
यो चाहिँ
strictly,
गर्नै
without
पर्छ
shaking.
है
This is called
हजुर
Achala
चाहिँ
Saddha.
राम्ररी सदा बलियो बनाएर
This is
चाहिँ
Vipassana.
बलियरी नै
practice.
अनुसरण गर्छ
You
भने त्यो
follow it
अचल
strictly.
श्रद्धा हो
This is
विपसना
also called
यो गर्नै पर्छ
Achala Saddha.
भनेर बलियो रूपमा
Unshaken
श्रद्धा
faith
बलियो
or
बनाएर चाहिँ
unshaken faith.
गर्नुहुन्छ भने यो चाहिँ एकदम अचल श्रद्धा हो बलियो श्रद्धा
So when we have an unshaken faith, of course, when we do dharana also, we may do effectively with strong determination, strong decision.
जब हामीले दान गर्छौँ
Saddha
तब
can
चाहिँ
make decision
एकदमै
stronger. One more thing here.
बलियो डिसिजन लिन मद्दत
We have
गर्छ
many simile of Saddha.
निर्णय लिन मद्दत
One
गर्छ
of the simile,
अब धेरै
mention.
उपमाहरू छ श्रद्धाको बारे
Saddha is like a hero or like a leader, great leader.
श्रद्धा भनेको चाहिँ एकदमै ठुलो अब नेता जस्तै हो है एकदम
When all the people
लिडर
are
जस्तै हो
timid, scared
जब धेरै
to go here and there,
मान्छेहरू डराइरहेका हुन्छन्
great
यताउता
leader will lead them. Okay, follow me.
एकजना ग्रेट लिडर चाहिँ ल आऊ डर नमान्नु मेरो पछि पछि आऊ भनेर चाहिँ
Similarly,
भन्छ
when you have Achala Saddha,
जब आफैमा अचल
you
श्रद्धा
can
हुन्छ
guide people.
हामीले
right
चाहिँ
way.
मान्छेहरूलाई चाहिँ निर्देशन दिन सक्छौँ सही तरिकाबाट
You can also lead people.
मान्छेहरूलाई चाहिँ अब
Okay,
नेतृत्व
sometimes
लिएर
it is lead
आफ्नो
people
आफ्नो नेतृत्वमा
to
अगाडि
go
लान
the right
सक्छौँ
path. Of course, it must be proper sada, right? If we have improper sada, it will be like a stubbornness, arrogance. It's not quite good also.
फेरि गलत श्रद्धा भयो भने
I mean, many
चाहिँ नराम्रो हुन्छ उल्टो हुन्छ
devas
अब
in
देवताहरूमा
every
पनि
Devarans, before they were born in the Devarans, they have very strong sada.
अब त्यो देवता पनि देवता हुनुभन्दा अगाडि चाहिँ एकदमै बलियो श्रद्धा थियो है त्यो श्रद्धाको कारणले उनीहरू चाहिँ देवता भएर जन्म लिन पाउनुभयो भनेर याद गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ
So that means before they were born in Devaram, they were born as a human being.
अब देवता हुनुभन्दा अगाडि मान्छे भएर हुनुभन्दा अगाडि मान्छे थियो र मान्छे हुँदाखेरि धेरै पुण्य गरेको कारणले के भयो त भन्दाखेरि देवता हुन पाउनुभयो
I will practice this one.
त्यो गुणलाई सम्झने
I will follow this rule.
म चाहिँ अब यो नियमलाई पालन गर्छु यस्तो गर्छु भनेर चाहिँ आफ्नो श्रद्धा बलियो पार्न सक्नुहुन्छ
This is divine quality.
यो श्रद्धा चाहिँ अब दिव्य गुण हो है देवताहरू पनि यही गुणको कारणले देवता हुन पाउनु भएको हो ममा पनि यस्तो श्रद्धा छ भनेर आफूले विचार गर्नुपर्छ अनुसरण याद गर्नुपर्छ चिन्तना गर्नुपर्छ अब शिला पनि
So there are some people, they do morality, they undertake precepts.
कुनै व्यक्तिहरू छ उहाँहरूले अब शील पालन गर्नुहुन्छ
Sometimes they are business partners for them to undertake precept, right? They have to follow unwillingly. Sometimes they are boss for them to undertake precepts. They have to follow.
कोही मान्छेहरूले जबरजस्ती शील लिनुपर्ने हुन्छ अब भन्दा ठुलो व्यक्तिहरूले जबरजस्ती लिन लाग्छ है बसहरूले अनि आफूभन्दा ज्येष्ठहरूले चाहिँ फोर्स गरेको कारणले जबरजस्ती गरेको कारणले शील पालन गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ
Similarly, we have already talked about dana before, right? We may undertake precepts to be reborn the Devarans, to be reborn the good race, a good clan, a good family,
अब राम्रो डेभलपमा राम्रो परिवारमा जन्म लिनको लागि यताउता लुकेको कुराहरू
undertaking precepts.
यताउता इच्छा गरेर चाहिँ शील पालन गर्नुहुन्छ नि यो पनि अब
I already mentioned before, sila is to show our kindness to our living beings.
किनकि इच्छाको सम्पृक्तको कारणले
Sila also called like a head of our body.
शील भनेको चाहिँ टाउको जस्तै हो रे हाम्रो.
So we have a head, right? All the important organs are in the head. Brain,
शरीरलाई सबभन्दा चाहिने
very important, right? In the head.
टाउकोमा हुन्छ अरे.
Eyes,
आँखा,
very important.
एकदमै महत्त्वपूर्ण छ टाउकोमा छ.
Ear,
कान,
very important in the head.
कान पनि एकदमै महत्त्वपूर्ण छ टाउकोमा हुन्छ. नाक, जिब्रो.
5 senses. All 5 senses are in the head.
पञ्चद्वारहरू सबै
if we are immoral,
टाउकोमा छ.
we are beheaded.
नराम्रो शील छ भने हामी
चाहिँ
टाउको नभएको मान्छे जस्तै हो रे शील नराम्रो भएको मान्छे.
Immoral persons are like livingly dying person.
Immoral person चाहिँ अब जिउँदै मरेको मान्छे जस्तै हो शील नभएको.
They have a life but already dead. Their reputation also dead. Their dignity dead. Their influence also
शील नभएपछि जिउँदै मरेको मान्छे जस्तै हो है.
That is why immoral person is like a dead person. Livingly dead person.
भएको चाहिँ अब नभए समान नै हो रे है. अस्तित्व हराएको मान्छे जस्तै हो.
That means we must be moral without disturbing anybody.
अब शील हामीले चाहिँ अरू शील पालन गरेको अरूलाई चाहिँ डिस्टर्ब नगरिकन है अरूलाई हानि नपुर्याइकन पालन गर्नुपर्छ. कसैसँग प्रतिस्पर्धा नगरिकन पालन गर्नुपर्छ है. मेरो शील चाहिँ हजुरको भन्दा धेरै राम्रो छ यता कसैसँग कम्पेयर नगरिकन चाहिँ ध्यान गर्नुपर्छ. यो चाहिँ यसरी शील पालन गर्ने चाहिँ भगवानले रिकमेन्ड गर्नुहुन्न.
Not for competition, not for despising other people.
शील भनेको अरूलाई तल राख्ने.
Under the name of morality, we may have responsibility and duties to be performed. We also have many unallowable things or unacceptable things.
पुरा गर्ने ड्युटीहरू यताउता सबै नै आउँछ.
like a rule and regulation to follow. That means we must avoid doing wrong. In Bali we call warita. So prohibited behavior, prohibited speech, if we can avoid it, this is also called morality. If we can perform our duties, this is also morality. When we have this kind of morality, we can be reborn in the Devarams. So all the Devas in the Devarams, before they were born in the Devarams, they have moral precepts. They have already followed moral precepts.
देवलोकको देवताहरूमा पनि अब यो सिलको सिल राम्रो भएको कारणले नै देवता हुनुभयो भनेर चाहिँ त्यसरी स्मरण गरेर अनि देवतानुसारी गर्नुपर्छ है अनि शुद्ध.
When we talk about knowledge, it must be Dhamma knowledge.
अब शुद्ध भन्नुहुँदा यहाँ चाहिँ धर्मबारे ज्ञान हुनुपर्छ मेन चाहिँ है धर्मको बारे ज्ञान.
So we have many explanations of Sutta. Even in Pali Canon, they have mentioned Sutta Daro, Sutta Saniteyo, Vajasa Brekido, many explanations about Sutta.
धेरै कुराहरू छ शुद्धको बारे.
So learning knowledge means we must learn Tipitaka.
अब ल यहाँ नलेज लिनु भनेको चाहिँ त्रिपिटकको बारे ज्ञान हुनु.
So when we study this kind of knowledge, but Buddha just guide us to be good person, to be better person. That is why we cannot get toxic knowledge. Of course, if we miss you Buddha teaching, there will be toxic, right? Then from time to time, I also remind many of Myanmar people. Actually, in Myanmar, we have many Dhamma books.
बर्मामा चाहिँ धेरै किताबहरू छ है जुन चाहिँ धेरै ठुल्ठुलो नाम चलेको गुरुहरूले लेख्नु भएको हो.
When we ask them, do you read Dhamma books? Yes, I read. Which books? They will list out. I have read this year.
जब हामीले अब कसैलाई सोद्धाखेरि कुनै किताब पढेछ भने छ भने के बुक भन्यो भने यो स्याडोको यति धेरै किताब पढेछु भनेर मान्छेले भन्छन्. ओके अहिले हजुरहरूले धेरै स्याडोहरूलाई भेट्नुभयो भनेर भन्छ तर हजुरले बुद्धलाई भेट्नु भएको छैन. मान्छेहरूले चाहिँ विभिन्न अब राइटरले लेखेको बुकहरू पढ्छन् तर साँच्चै त्रिपिटकलाई चाहिँ पढेको हुँदैन है. उहाँ त्यस्तो कारणले चाहिँ त्यो किताब लेख्ने व्यक्तिलाई चाहिँ भेट्नु भयो है तर भगवानलाई चाहिँ भेट्नु भएको छ है. त्रिपिटकमा हरेक शब्द भगवानले भन्नुभएको छ. त्यसैले हामीले त्रिपिटक पढ्दाखेरि हरेक सेन्टेन्स चाहिँ मजाले जसरी आदरपूर्वक पढ्नुपर्छ.
Then here we also say learning knowledge means if we cannot memorize all the Tipitaka, we may try to learn one Nikaya. Two Nikayas.
सबै त्रिपिटक पढ्न सक्नु हुँदैन भने चाहिँ एउटा निकाय दुईटा निकाय तीनटा निकायहरू चारवटा निकाय चाहिँ हामीले पढ्नु पर्छ. 5 निकाय पढ्नु भयो भने झनै राम्रो 5वटा निकायहरू.
So sometimes people just go bhikkhus. This bhikkhu say like that, that bhikkhu say like that.
त्यो कोड गरेर यो भिक्षुले यो भन्थेले यस्तो भने यो भन्थे यस्तो
भन्नु भएको छ. I also quote sometimes, like for example ladies here, I also quote ladies here sometimes.
कहिले म पनि कोट गर्छु लेडिसले भन्नुभएको हो भनेर.
So sometimes we just know many CRO.
ठुल्ठुलो पन्थीहरूलाई
चाहिँ we don't know how to compare.
हामीले चाहिँ चिनिरहेको हुन्छौँ देखिरहेको हुन्छौँ तर भगवानको मूल त्रिपिटक पालीमा के आछ भनेर चाहिँ हामीले पढ्न बिर्सिरहेको हुन्छौँ. त्यो कारणले सही गलत कहिले थाहा नहुन सक्छ. अहिलेको समाज धेरै गलत छ है. नयाँ आइडिया नयाँ विचारहरू धेरै थप्नुहुन्छ तर मूल त्रिपिटकमा पढेको हुँदैन विभिन्न तरिका विधिहरूबाट.
If we go and read original text, more meaningful, right?
सिकाइरहेको हुन्छन् है। त्यो कारणले गर्दा सिधै
Also
त्यो
give
किताब
simile
पढ्नु चाहिँ एकदमै राम्रो छ।
of
अब उपमाको लागि
original
भन्नुपर्दाखेरि
text and written by Sayadaw or
मेन
James or any others.
मेन पाली बुक र अरू स्याडहरूले लेख्नु भएको अजानहरूको किताबहरू के के
Tipitaka is like
फरक
a
छ
trunk of the
भनेर
tree.
भन्दाखेरि त्रिपिटक भनेको चाहिँ
It's very strong.
रुखको मेन
All the others, Sayadaws and bhikkhus are like branch, not so strong.
मेन काठ रुखको मेन ठाडो हो है। तर अनि अरू स्याडहरू चाहिँ त्यो रुखबाट
Okay,
निस्केको
you may have
हाँगा
seen
बिङ्गाहरू
papaya
जस्तै
tree,
हो।
right? Papaya tree, go straight.
अब पपाया रुख देख्नु भएको छ होला है,
When I
सिधा।
was a little boy, I climbed a papaya tree.
म सानो हुँदाखेरि म मेवाको रुखमा पनि चढेको थिएँ है।
It will
मेवाको
shake a
रुख
little bit,
मेवाको रुख चाहिँ हल्लिन्छ
but it cannot break.
है, त्यो भाँच्न चाहिँ भाँचिँदैन
This is a trunk, go straight,
है। यो चाहिँ अब रुखको
right?
मेन रुख भनौँ
The Buddha
भने
teaches it like
मेन
this:
रुखको काठ
go straight,
भाँचिँदैन,
go up straight.
सिधै जान्छ है। भगवान् बुद्धको शिक्षा चाहिँ
Although
सिधै
you
माथि
know one
जान्छ।
stanza is valuable enough, you can climb up like a papaya tree. No hardwood, you can climb.
अब हरेक स्ट्यान्जाहरू चाहिँ एकदमै माथि
So
लैजाने
I cannot
स्वभावको छ
climb banana tree, too slippery.
है। मेवाको रुख जसरी नै एकदम माथि माथि हरेक पाइताला चाहिँ माथि 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 लिएर जाने स्वभाव सजिलै चढ्न
So
सकिन्छ।
papaya tree is okay, not very slippery. I can climb up.
केराको
So
रुख
like
चाहिँ
all other
चिप्लो छ।
sayadaw are like a branches. You can also see the
धेरै
branches.
स्याडहरू
You can visualize in your eyes, right?
एउटा
The
रुखको
branches
हाँगा बिङ्गा हो
go
है। तर
come
भगवान्
from
चाहिँ
the trunk, but go very far.
मेन रुख हो।
Gradually, when branch become longer and longer, it will become very far from trunk.
जब त्यो
Similarly,
हाँगा
there
बिङ्गा
are many
ठुलो
others,
ठुलो ठुलो ठुलो
many
हुँदै
writers.
हुँदै जान्छ हुँदै
They
जान्छ
write many new things.
मूल
Some of them are very
रुखभन्दा
far from
पर
original
पुग्छ
text.
है। कुनै कुनै
Like a
चाहिँ अब
branch.
मूल रुखभन्दा
Go very
पर
far.
पुगेको हाँगा बिङ्गाहरू हुन्छ। त्यसरी नै अब धेरै अब किताब लेख्ने भन्थ्यो विधि
Okay, one more
हुँदै
thing,
गयो
right?
भने चाहिँ जुन
Branches.
मेन त्रिपिटक
Okay, I already mentioned even banana, even papaya tree, right? If we climb up, go straight, it will shake, but it cannot break.
अब मेवाको रुख
Like a
चाहिँ
branches.
माथि चढ्दा चढ्दा चाहिँ
We cannot
जति माथि
guarantee,
चढे पनि हल्न त हालिन्छ तर भाँचिँदैन।
right?
तर
If
सिधै
you
माथि
go to the
जान्छ।
branches, the farther you go, at the end you can fall down also.
रुखको हाँगा बिङ्गाहरू जति
Even
पर पर हजुर त्यो हाँगा
the branch is
बिङ्गामा
not strong enough, it can break.
पर पर जानुभयो
You can
त्यति
fall
नै
down.
के हुन्छ त्यो रुखको हाँगा भाँचेर खस्ने सम्भावना हुन्छ।
So mostly I just recommend many of devotees,
त्यो
please
कारणले
go and
अब
read original
अठरहरूको धेरै
text.
अठरहरूको बुकहरू चाहिँ अब
We're trying to
त्रिपिटकभन्दा
learn
धेरै
from
टाढा
original
पनि
text.
हुनसक्छ है। त्यो कारणले मैले
Don't
धेरै
follow
दिपोतीहरूलाई चाहिँ
many
सिधै त्रिपिटक
scholars or
पढ्नु
sayadaws
भनेर
or
भन्छु है।
any
धेरै अब
others.
नाम चलेको राइटरहरूको पनि स्याडोहरू
Even I myself, when I have to write
धेरै
something, I have to think about something. I have to add my own idea also sometimes.
धेरै चाहिँ
Right?
अब फलो
Even now I get my own
नगरेर सिधै
example.
त्रिपिटक हेर्नु
Climbing
भनेर
papaya tree.
भन्छु भन्दै हाल्छु है। त्यसै मैले पनि कहिले बुक किताब लिएर धेरै सोच्छु
So that
एकदम
means
राम्ररी
if we go and read original
किताब
text, we may have more devotion, stronger devotion.
यदि हामी सिधै त्रिपिटक पढ्छौँ
If we
भने
can
चाहिँ
practice
एकदमै श्रद्धा
practically as taught by the Buddha,
बलियो हुन्छ।
it will be more effective.
सिधै भगवान्को
So that
भगवान
means
सिकाइन्छ सिधै
the
पालीको पढ्यो
knowledge
भने
we
चाहिँ
learn
श्रद्धा
from the
बलियो
Buddha is
भएर
not
हुन्छ
waste.
है। हामीले अनि भगवान् बुद्ध सिकेको ज्ञान चाहिँ
Although it's
कहिले
not
पनि
useful now,
खेरा
it will be useful
जाँदैन।
in the future.
अहिले युजफुल नभए जस्तो भयो भने
That's
भविष्यमा
why
चाहिँ एकदमै
Sutta is also one of the quality of
प्रयोग
devas.
युजफुल
When we have
हुन्छ
learning
है।
knowledge,
भविष्यमा
we also have
एकदमै
divine qualities.
काम लाग्छ। अनि यो शुद्ध पनि अब
So that
देवताहरूमा
means
हुने एउटा गुण हो
many of devas,
है। अब धेरै देवताहरू
right, after learning Buddha teaching
देव भगवान्को
seriously,
शिक्षा
they could remember,
पढिसकेपछि
then it will
कण्ठ
be,
गरिसकेपछि
they will be reborn in the
त्यो पुण्यको
Devarans.
प्रभावले चाहिँ देवलोकमा
Okay, one more thing
जन्मिरहेको
here.
हुन्छ। अर्को एउटा कुरा
Sutta means not carrying water with crash pots.
सुत्त
You may
भनेको
have
चाहिँ
seen crash clay pots, right? Crash already. If you carry water, it will leak.
पानी चुइने माटोको भाँडा जस्तो चाहिँ हुनु हुँदैन।
Right? That means we read many Dhamma books.
धेरै
We
किताबहरू
forgot everything.
पढिन्छ तर बिर्सिन्छ सबै।
That's not the way
त्यो
of Sutta, right?
चाहिँ सुत्तको सही तरिका चाहिँ होइन।
we also learn, we also
सुत्ताको
remember.
कुरामा चाहिँ
This is called sutta.
पढ्नु पनि पर्यो र याद पनि हुनु पर्यो, यो चाहिँ सुत्ता हो।
How we must remember?
कसरी याद
When
गर्नु?
something happens, we must be able to use that knowledge.
अब केही कुरा
in our mind.
हुँदाखेरि चाहिँ आफूले सुनेको पढेको ज्ञान चाहिँ प्रयोग गर्नु पर्यो।
Then that knowledge must be useful, pop up in our minds naturally.
यदि कसैले प्रश्न सोध्छ भने आफूले पढेको याद भएको त्यो कुरा ज्ञानहरू उत्पन्न हुन्छ र सजिलै उत्तर दिन सक्छौँ। त्यस्तो बलियो ज्ञान भयो भने चाहिँ त्यसलाई चाहिँ शुद्ध हो।
So it doesn't mean only one round reading, right?
यो चाहिँ
you must read many rounds.
एकचोटि पढेको शुद्ध हो भनेर त्यसो भन्न खोजेको।
Actually,
धेरैचोटि
पढेर याद गरेको शुद्ध। My students,
मेरो शिष्यहरूलाई मैले
deliver Dhamma talks, right? Now here many people, right?
मेरो शिष्यहरूलाई मैले भनिरहेको छु।
They will be ready for Dhamma talk, right?
है त धर्म
I recommend if you want to give Dhamma talk, learn Anguttara Nikaya.
यदि हजुरलाई धर्म देशना दिन मन छ भने अंगुत्तर निकाय पढ्नु भन्ने हुन्छ।
In Anguttara Nikaya, many useful material for lay devotees.
अंगुत्तर निकायमा धेरै दाताहरूलाई काम लाग्ने।
Of course, there are many information for bhikkhu also.
अब धेरै भिक्षुहरूलाई चाहिने कुराहरू पनि धेरै छ।
So sometimes we have to deliver Dhamma talk for lay persons. If we have learned Anguttara Nikaya, we have more information.
गृहस्थीहरूलाई उपदेश दिनु मन छ भने
if we can study together with commentary,
राम्रोसँग
we can know more in detail.
पढेछ भने चाहिँ
We have a wider range of explanation.
अझ अटकटा सहित पढेछ भने चाहिँ
Then it will be easier for devotee to understand the Buddha teaching.
दाताहरूको उपदेशहरू बुझ्न धेरै नै सजिलो हुन्छ।
Even now this one, right? I'm talking about all the nosity, right? Ke Mahanama. Dhamma talk to Ke Mahanama. This is from Anguttara Nikaya.
किङ महानामको बारेमा है, यो पनि अंगुत्तर निकाय
Very useful.
एकदमै काम
लाग्ने।
लाग्ने
to Anatta Pindika.
है अब अनाथ पिण्डिकाले दिएको उपदेश
how to live in household life
भगवान बुद्धले सिकाउनु भयो
harmoniously.
हाउसहोल्ड लाइफमा कसरी आनन्दपूर्वक जिउने भन्ने।
So how to be a good householder?
कसरी चाहिँ अब गृहस्थी जीवन राम्ररी जिउने भन्ने कुराहरू।
So actually for ordinary person, we should read Anguttara Nikaya thoroughly.
उपसम्पदा भएको व्यक्तिहरूले चाहिँ अंगुत्तर निकाय।
Actually before I came to Nepal, I have already read Anguttara Nikaya.
यहाँ आउनुभन्दा अगाडि नै
अगाडि
मैले अंगुत्तर निकाय र मध्यम निकाय
I cannot complete Khuddaka Nikaya.
खुद्दका निकाय चाहिँ कम्प्लिट गर्न सकेको थिएन।
So actually in the case of Anguttara Nikaya,
अंगुत्तर निकायको कुरा गर्दाखेरि
many notes.
धेरै नोटहरू छ।
Many note means the first time when I read, it will be one of the big notebooks, right? Like a diary books maybe, that kind of notebooks. The first round.
पहिलोचोटि
new to me, I note down.
पढ्दाखेरि चाहिँ मैले सबै नोट बनाएर
I have never known before. Note down.
नयाँ केही पढ्नु भएको छ भने नोट बनाएरै पढ्थेँ।
For the first round, big, right? Second round,
दोस्रो राउन्ड
I remember I was in Paudoya.
चाहिँ दोस्रो
Yeah, 2009.
फागमा पुगिसकेको थिएँ।
2010.
है
One round, Anguttara Nikaya.
फेरि अंगुत्तर निकाय।
I also note down. New notes, another notes.
फेरि मैले नोट
I haven't learned first round. I have known many things, right? Second round.
दोस्रो
very small notebooks.
पहिलोपल्ट पढ्दाखेरि ठुलो मोटो नोटबुक थियो अनि दोस्रोपल्ट पढ्दाखेरि चाहिँ सानो नोटबुक नै पुगेको थियो।
Now after that I have to give many Dhamma talk in English. I have to note down in English also.
अब अहिले चाहिँ इंग्लिशमा धेरै धर्मलेसन दिएको कारणले इंग्लिशमा नोट गरिरहेको छु।
The main thing is it Sutta doesn't mean just reading or just learning.
Sutta भनेको
after learning,
पढ्ने
remember.
र
this is called Sutta.
मात्र हैन, याद पनि हुनु।
How much do we need to remember?
अब कतिसम्म याद
we must be able to use that knowledge anytime we need.
त्यो ज्ञान चाहिँ जुन बेला चाहिन्छ त्यो बेला चाहिँ प्रयोग गर्न मिल्ने खालको हुनुपर्छ।
In order to use in our daily life, right? We must be able to use that one in our daily life.
Use गर्नको लागि।
This is called Sutta.
यसलाई चाहिँ सुत्ता भनेको।
We have this kind of knowledge. Of course, we are very strong enough, right? Then many devas, they have that kind of knowledge. That's why they were born the Devarams.
सबै धेरै देवताहरूमा चाहिँ यो गुण हुन्छ है। अब देवता हुनु भन्दा अगाडि पनि धेरै नै धर्मको गुणहरू हुन्छ है। अनि त्यो कारणले उहाँहरू देवलोकमा जन्मिनुहुन्छ।
Human being with the divine quality.
दिव्य गुणहरू चाहिँ
generosity.
त्याग है।
So I just talk about generosity. right? Jaganosati.
जागानुसति अघि
So I
पनि
don't need
कुरा
to
गरेँ
repeat this
है
one here again.
फेरि रिपिट गर्नु चाहिँ पर्दैन अघि
The next
त्यहाँको
one,
बारे भनिसकेँ
the last one, panya, wisdom.
अनि पन्या विजडम ज्ञान
So when we say panya,
जब हामी प्रज्ञा भन्छौँ
then we also have to understand many other things.
हामीले धेरै धेरै कुराहरू बुझ्नुपर्ने हुन्छ
Many other things means our wisdom must be very sharp and very strong.
प्रज्ञा चाहिँ एकदम तीखो हुनुपर्छ
So when we talk about bodhisattva archery skill, you may remember.
जब हामीले अब बोधिसत्वको बाण कलाबारे चर्चा गरेका थियौँ याद छ हजुरलाई एउटा सानो कपालको लागि
Bodhisattva
पनि
can shoot
त्यो कपाल
to split, not to cut, right? Split.
कपाललाई पनि
Thread of
दुई
air.
दुई
A thread
टुक्रा
of air.
हुने गरी बाणले
Even very fine thread, right?
हान्न सक्नुहुन्थ्यो
It can split. This is the archery skill, right?
एउटा सानो धागोलाई पनि दुई टुक्रा हुने गरी
So
हान्न
similarly,
सक्नुहुन्थ्यो
our wisdom must be sharp and strong enough, like that kind of archery skill.
हाम्रो विजडम पनि त्यस्तो तीखो हुनुपर्छ है त्यस्तो बाण
So there
जस्तै
are many simile of
हाम्रो
wisdom.
प्रज्ञा पनि त्यस्तो तीखो हुनुपर्छ
Then one of them is
प्रज्ञाको बारे चाहिँ उपमाहरू छ
the light or the brightness.
अर्को चाहिँ अब प्रज्ञा भनेको चाहिँ अब उपमा
Buddha
चाहिँ
also
अब
said,
प्रकाशसँग
panya
वर्णन
sama
भएको छ
abanati.
पन्या समा आभा नथि भनेर
There's
भन्नुभएको छ है
no brightness or no light like a wisdom.
अब प्रज्ञा समानको प्रकाशहरू छैन भनेर भन्नुभएको छ
So that means
त्यसको
when we
अर्थ
have wisdom,
जब
we are not in the
हामीमा
dark room.
प्रज्ञा हुन्छ तब हामी
If we don't
चाहिँ
have wisdom, we are in the
अँध्यारो कोठामा
darkness.
अँध्यारो
We
कोठामा
cannot see the truth.
हुँदैन
We cannot understand the truth. Or in the case of
यदि हामी
panya,
प्रज्ञा
there will be
छैन
many
भने हामी
different
अन्धकारमा
analyses, many different
बसिरहेको जस्तै हुन्छ
conditions.
हामी सत्य देख्न सक्दैनौँ प्रज्ञाको
But
धेरै
here,
धेरै
in the case of panya
परिस्थितिहरू
here,
छ
it must be bhavanamaya panya.
अब यहाँ प्रज्ञा भन्नाले भावनामय प्रज्ञा भनेर बुझ्नुपर्छ
Bhavanamaya panya means practicing wisdom. That means we can gain wisdom by practicing,
भावनामय प्रज्ञा चाहिँ अब
by meditating.
भावना गरेर
This is
ध्यान
called
गरेर उत्पन्न हुने
bhavanamaya
प्रज्ञा
panya.
है यो चाहिँ ध्यान बसेर उत्पन्न हुने प्रज्ञा
So we have three types of panya.
हामीसँग तीन प्रकारको प्रज्ञाहरू छ
The first one,
पहिलो
suttamaya.
सुत्तमय प्रज्ञा
Or it mentions sutta. Sutta means learning knowledge.
सुत्त भनेको चाहिँ
By
अब
learning,
पढेर उत्पन्न हुने
we can be
प्रज्ञा
wiser and
ज्ञान
wiser.
है पढेर
This is
अघि
also
प्रज्ञान
called
प्रज्ञान हुँदै
panya,
जाने
suttamaya panya. Second one,
दोस्रो
chintamaya panya.
चिन्तामय प्रज्ञा
By thinking, by analyzing, we can also
सोचेर उत्पन्न आफै
know
चिन्तन
something
मनन
new.
गरेर उत्पन्न हुने प्रज्ञा
This is also called one of the panya. Although we have the same knowledge, it depends on how much we think deeply. There will be different understanding. For example, even we know Panadipada. Very clear, right? Panadipada, very easy, right? So then if we say briefly not to kill any living beings, is Panadipada. Okay, now
कुनै प्राणीहरूलाई
say
नमार्नु भनेर
grammatically.
पाता भयो है ग्रामरबाट भनौँ
Pana,
पाना
Ati,
अति
Pada.
पाता
Three Pali words.
तीनटा शब्द
Pana,
पाना
life
लाइफ
or living beings. Ati, very quickly.
जिउँदो प्राणी
Very
अति
fast.
छिटो
Pada,
पाता
fall.
खस्नु
That means someone fall down very quickly. That means
कोही चाहिँ छिटो छिटो खस्यो
naturally
भन्ने
they can
हुन्छ
live very long because of our actions. His lifespan becomes shorter.
अब कोही कोही
He
मान्छे
died very quickly
आफै नै
because
खस्छ
of our
आफै
action.
मर्छ
This is called
तर चाहिँ
Panadipada.
तर हाम्रो नराम्रो
This is
हिंसाको
grammatical analyzing, right?
कारणले चाहिँ
Through learning.
चाँडै नै मृत्यु हुन्छ
Of
है
course,
पाना
by
अति
thinking also
पाता
there will be many other way.
पाना लिभिङ बिङ अति छिटो पाता मर्यो झऱ्यो भन्ने हुन्छ हाम्रो नराम्रो
It can be
एक्सनको
also
कारणले चाहिँ
sometimes
चाँडो
when you
मर्यो
break
भन्ने
this
अर्थ
up, we
हुन्छ
also
ग्रामरबाट
get many excuses, right? There's also we can say wicked, no wisdom. Crooked idea, wicked-minded.
एकदम
This is
नराम्रो
not
दुष्ट विचार
wisdom.
यो चाहिँ प्रज्ञा होइन है दुष्ट
Wisdom must be
घटिया
useful for
विचारहरू
everybody. This is called wisdom.
विजडम चाहिँ सबैको लागि
Chintamaya can be both good and bad.
युजफुल हुनु
Sudhamaya also can be both good and bad. For Bhavanamaya,
युजफुल हुनुपर्छ
if you don't have good minds,
चिन्तनमय
you
ज्ञान
cannot
पनि अब
achieve anything.
राम्रो नराम्रो दुवै गलत सही हुन सक्छ
I have already explained Venerable Devadatta, right? He was practicing very well in the very beginning.
अब देवदत्तको कुरा गरौँ सुरुमा चाहिँ
Everything's okay,
देवदत्त
smooth.
एकदमै राम्रो थियो
His mind
है
start
देवदत्त
changing.
भन्दै एकदम
He
राम्रो
wanted to be
अभ्यास
famous,
गराउनु भएको तर
popular,
पछि
he
20
wanted to get
वर्षपछि उहाँ
many
चाहिँ
followers.
नाम चर्चा हुन मन लाग्यो
Then
फेम
when
हुन
he
मन
started changing
लाग्यो
his mind,
है एकदमै चर्चा परिचय नाम
lost
कमाउन
everything.
मन लाग्यो आफ्नो विचार चेन्ज हुन चाहिँ
And
परिवर्तन
when we
गर्ने
have good
बित्तिकै
minds,
सबै नै
we
सबै
can
उसले
improve
पाएको
our
समाजहरू
meditation.
सबै हराउन थाल्यो
When we have bad
है
minds, it will be declination of concentration.
जब हामीमा राम्रो विचार छ मन
So
छ भने
Bhavanamaya
हामी
Panya is not
ध्यान
that
चाहिँ
simple and easy.
प्रगति हुन्छ
We
है
need good mindset,
नराम्रो विचारहरू छ भने ध्यान प्रगति हुँदैन तल्दछ त्यो
good
भावनामय
attitude,
प्रज्ञान चाहिँ एकदम
we can
राम्रो
improve.
चरित्र हुनुपर्छ राम्रो चेतना हुनुपर्छ
So
राम्रो
many
विचार
of Devas,
हुनुपर्छ
they have Bhavanamaya Panya.
धेरै देवताहरूमा चाहिँ
Okay,
भावनामय
practically,
प्रज्ञा छ
you have already know Anara Pindika.
अब
He was Sodapana.
व्यक्तिक व्यावहारिक रूपमा
He
अब
passed away.
अनाथ पिण्डिका
He
चाहिँ
was
स्वतापन्न
born in
भइसक्यो
Devarams
है अब
because he has
देवलोकमा
Bhavanamaya
जन्मिनु
Panya,
भएको थियो
Sodapana. Visakha, Sodapana. She was born in
विशाखा
Devarams.
स्वतापन्न हुनुहुन्थ्यो नाता
Bimisara,
अनापिनिक जस्तै भावनामय
Sodapana
प्रज्ञाको
was born
कारणले
in Devarams.
स्वतापन्न पनि अब
There are also some bhikkhus.
भावना प्रज्ञाको कारणले उत्प्राप्त गर्नुभयो त्यसपछि देवलोकमा जन्मिनुभयो बिम्बिसारा पनि स्वतापन्न हुनुभयो देवलोकमा उत्पन्न हुनुभयो
One of the bhikkhu, he was meditating.
अब एकजना भन्थे त्यहाँ बसिरहनु भएको थियो एउटा सुत्तामा
Practicing vipassana, he passed away.
ध्यान गरिरहनु
He
भएको
won the
थियो
Devarams.
अनि त्यसपछि देवलोकमा
He didn't know he
जन्मिनुभयो
passed away. He thought he's still bhikkhu.
त्यसपछि ध्यान बसिरहँदा उहाँ बित्नुभयो तर
There are
चाहिँ
many devis are waiting, right?
बित्नु भयो देवलोकमा पुग्नु तर उहाँ चाहिँ अब बितेको थाहा छैन उहाँलाई चाहिँ
Close the eyes,
ध्यान बसिरहनु
meditating.
भएको थियो है आँखा चिम्ले ध्यान
Many
बसिरहनु
of
भएको थियो
attendants
देवलोकमा
are around him.
अनि धेरै एटेन्डेन्स उहाँको
They make
परिवारहरू
noise.
चाहिँ वरिपरि आउन
He
थाल्यो
thought,
उहाँको
oh, some visitor came to the monastery.
गर्न थाल्नुभयो अनि भन्तेले चाहिँ
Some
कोही
ladies, a group of ladies came to the monastery. They are
उपासिकाहरू
talking.
बिहारमा
He
आउनुभयो
keep meditating.
भनेर
He
सोच्नु
didn't know he was a deva.
त्यसपछि उहाँ चाहिँ फेरि ध्यानमै बसिरहनुहुन्छ आफू देवता भएको थाहा छैन भन्तेले
They have arranged a mirror.
त्यसपछि त्यो परिवारले चाहिँ एउटा ठुलो ऐना लिएर आउँछ अनि उहाँको अगाडि राख्नुहुन्छ अनि आँखा खोल्ने बित्तिकै आफ्नो शरीर देख्नेपछि ओ म देवता पनि थाहा पाउनुहुन्छ अनि उहाँले विचार गर्नुहुन्छ म चाहिँ देवलोकमा जन्म लिनको लागि ध्यान बसिरहेको होइन म निर्वाण प्राप्त गर्नको लागि ध्यान बसिरहेको सबै त्यो परिवारलाई चाहिँ ल जाम भगवान्लाई दर्शन गर्न लिएर आउनुहुन्छ र केही प्रश्नहरू सोध्नुहुन्छ र त्यो प्रश्नको उत्तर पाइसकेर केही देख्न सोचेर चाहिँ स्वतापन्न लाभ गर्नुहुन्छ है अब उहाँ स्वतापन्न हुनु भएको थिएन अब ध्यान गरिरहनु भएको थियो ध्यान गर्दा त्यतिखेर देवलोकमा भावनामय पनि चाहिँ एकदम नभई नहुने ज्ञान हो जब हजुर ध्यान बस्नुहुन्छ धेरै कुराहरू भावनामय प्रज्ञाबाट चाहिँ धेरै अभिवृद्धि धेरै कुराहरू गाह्रो कुराहरू त्यसलाई जित्दै गएर मन बलियो हुँदै आउँछ देवताहरूमा हुनुपर्ने चाहिँ प्रज्ञा हो श्रद्धा शिला सुता चागा पन्या भनेर चाहिँ पाँचवटा चाहिँ देवताहरूको गुणहरू हो सबै देवताहरू चाहिँ यो पाँचवटा मध्ये एउटा गुणको कारणले चाहिँ देवता भइरहेको हुन्छ अब यो देवतांशले गर्दाखेरि यो पाँचवटा मध्ये कुन चाहिँ एकदम बलियो छ भनेर आफूलाई स्मरण गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ अनि त्यसलाई स्मरण गर्दै ध्यान गर्नुपर्ने अब भियतनामिजहरूमा दान दिने स्वभाव धेरै छ चागानुसारै बलियो हुन्छ हजुरले त्यो गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ यो चाहिँ
King Mahanama.
देवतानुसति है यो किङ महानामलाई दिनुभएको
So let
उपदेश
me, as a Buddhist devotee,
त्यसको अर्थ
in our daily
अब
life,
बुद्धिस्ट
what
भएको
should we do?
कारणले आफ्नो
The
दैनिक
Buddha
जीवनमा
answer
चाहिँ
says recollections,
के गर्नुपर्छ त भन्दाखेरि
right?
भगवान्ले यसरी
Buddhanussati,
छवटा
Dhammanussati,
स्मरण गर्नुपर्छ
Sanghanussati.
बुद्धानुसति धम्मानुसति सङ्घानुसति
So yesterday we talked about Silanussati,
हिजो हामीले शिलानुसति बारे
today
चर्चा गरिसक्यौँ
Chaganussati,
आज
and
चागानुसति
Devadanussati.
र देवतानुसति
Altogether 6.
सबै गरेर 6
So in our daily life,
अब हाम्रो
if
दैनिक
we have
जीवनमा
free time,
यदि
we should
हामी
spend our
समय
time
छ
with
भने
one of these 6
आफ्नो
recollections.
समय चाहिँ यो 6 मध्ये कुनैमा चाहिँ आफ्नो समय चाहिँ
Okay,
बिताउनु पर्छ
today we have the last topic
आज अबको अन्तिम
about
विषयवस्तु
about King Mahanama's question to the Buddha.
अब किङ महान नामको प्रश्न भगवान बुद्धको लागि
So actually in Kapilavatthu, on the way, there are many elephants, many horses, many chariots, many other animals on the way.
कपिल वस्तुमा विभिन्न प्रकारको जनावरहरू थियो
That
हात्ती
means
घोडाहरू
we can pass
इत्यादि
away anytime. Attacked by elephants, attacked by
जना-
horses, attacked by
त्यो
bull
बाटोमा
or
चाहिँ
cow or
जुनसुकै बेला
buffaloes
पनि
or anything, right? We can
मर्न सकिन्छ
die
है
anytime.
जनावरहरूले आक्रमण गरेर गाई गोरु हात्ती इत्यादिहरू
So he said,
अनि
if we don't have mindfulness
महानामले सोध्नुहुन्छ
of the triple gene,
यदि हामीमा
then
त्रिरत्नप्रति
if we have to pass away
सती छैन
by this
भने
kind of accident,
यदि हामी
then
त्यस्तो अब
we will be
जनावरहरूको
reborn
आक्रमणबाट मर्यो भने चाहिँ
in the fourfold state.
हामी चाहिँ चार पाएमा
Actually, in
जन्मिन
his
सक्छौँ
case,
भनेर
he does not have any
सोध्नुहुन्छ।
fear because he had attained anagami.
उहाँ अनागामी लाभ गरिसकेको कारणले उहाँमा चाहिँ केही पनि डर त थिएन।
Then in this case, the Buddha has just give two simile. The first one is a simile of geese and water.
यो कुरामा चाहिँ भगवानले चाहिँ उपमा दिनुहुन्छ है उदाहरण घिउ र पानीको उपमा।
So you may have already seen, you may have clay pots, right? Or we can say two pots, right? One is made of geese, another one is made of water.
माटोको भाँडो छ है।
Does it contain water, right? If we mix together,
यदि घिउ र
one geese will be floating on the surface of water.
सँगै छ भने है
Water will be all the way under the
सँगै राख्यो भने चाहिँ अब घिउ चाहिँ जहिले माथि आउँछ घिउको मुनि पानी हुन्छ।
Similarly,
त्यसै
for
गरी
noble person,
अरिया व्यक्तिहरू
for good meditator,
राम्रो साधकहरू
it's like a geese all the way floating.
घिउ जस्तै हो जहिले पानीमाथि तैरिरहन्छ। कुनै एउटा घटनाको कारणले मर्यो भने तल खसेर माथि नै हुन्छ।
Okay, we got actually in the original sutta it also mentioned, but it sounds like you may crash the pot, right? There's a big water lake in the lake, right? You may crash two pots. One is made of water, it will go down, right?
माटोको भाँडा सँगै फुटायो भने पोखरीमा
geese,
अर्को घिउले भरिएको र
it will be floating all the time.
भरिएको कैटा दुईटा फुटायो भने अब त्यो
although we don't crash
चाहिँ पानी
actually,
भन्दामा
if we fill up water, right? If we feed water on the pots, it will sink really, right? If we just fill full of the geese in the pots, it will not sink.
नफुटायो भने
Okay, now we have another simile.
घिउ भएको
Simile
भाँडो
of
चाहिँ
a
आफै
tree.
माथि आउँछ अब पहाडी ढुङ्गाहरू भएको माटो चाहिँ आफै तल जान्छ त्यो माटोको भाँडो आफै तल
Okay, there will
जान्छ।
be
त्यसै नै अब
a
अरिया
tree
व्यक्तिहरू चाहिँ घिउ भएको भाँडो चाहिँ जहिले माथि
leaning
आउँछ भनेर
against,
भन्नुहुन्छ।
and there's
अर्को
also a big
रुखको
lake
उपमा
or a big river, we can say, right? Any water, we can say. There's a big tree near the water, by the lake, we should say now, right? Easiest
कुनै
example,
एउटा
by the
पोखरीको
lake.
नजिक एउटा ठुलो रुख छ।
So the tree is bending toward the lake.
अब रुख चाहिँ अब पानीतिर ढल्किरहेछ।
Leaning to the lake. If somebody cuts any way, it will fall down into the lake.
यदि कसैले चाहिँ काट्यो
If
त्यो
the tree
रुखलाई
is
भने चाहिँ
leaning
त्यो
or
चाहिँ
bending to the land,
पानीमै खस्छ किनकि पानीतिरै
what
ढल्किरहेको
about
कारणले।
you cut?
यदि
It will fall
जमिनतिर
down to the land naturally.
ढल्किरहेछ भने त्यो रुखलाई काट्दाखेरि जमिनतिरै ढल्छ।
Similarly,
त्यसै गरी
the practitioners
साधकहरू
right, naturally
प्राकृतिक
leans
रूपमा
or
नै
slopes towards nibbana.
प्राकृतिक रूपमा नै निर्वाणतिर तल्किरहेको हुन्छ।
Then they will fall down to nibbana.
उहाँहरू
They
निर्वाणतिर
will not fall
खस्छन्,
down to the
उहाँहरू
four states.
चार पाएमा खस्दैनन्।
This is the example of
यो चाहिँ भगवानले
fear of
दिनुभएको
death
उपमा
by
हो
accident.
है। मृत्युसँग
Actually,
डर,
there will be many other qualities
मृत्युसँग
of
डराउनु पर्दैन
disciples.
आर्यहरू।
For example, faith. When we have very strong
श्रद्धाको
faith,
कुरा गरौँ, यदि
then
हामीमा एकदमै श्रद्धा बलियो
of
छ
course our
भने,
mind will incline to good things.
श्रद्धा बलियो छ भने
Like we are
मनोभावले चाहिँ राम्रै
geese, right?
कुरामा
Oh
चाहिँ
yeah,
मन त
you can
तल्किन्छ।
say
किरी
leans
जस्तो
or slopes towards nibbana.
हाम्रो मन चाहिँ निर्वाणतिरै तल्किन्छ।
Then similarly we have morality.
त्यसै गरी शील आचरण,
We also have wisdom,
हामीमा अब प्रज्ञा छ।
right? That means although our body pass away,
हाम्रो
then
शरीर
of course our nama rupa will be
बिते
in the good realms.
मरे पनि यो शीलको
Right?
कारणले चाहिँ हाम्रो शरीर नाम रूप चाहिँ राम्रो शरीर राम्रो
Okay, these are the
भवनमै
simile
पुग्छ।
of 2 for Kemahanama. Okay, today I should stop here. More than 1 hour already, right?
उपमा घिउ र
Anyway,
ओके।
okay, if we summarize
अब
as the Buddhist devotees,
भन्नुपर्दाखेरि अब बुद्धिस्ट
our
उपासक
mind must
उपासिका
be
भएको कारणले आफ्नो
always
मन चाहिँ
inclining to
जहिले पनि
nibbana
निर्वाणमा
or
तल्किरहेको हुनुपर्छ
jaga,
कि त
panya,
जागा
sutta,
पन्या सुता
right? All the divine qualities.
दिव्य क्वालिटीहरूमा दिव्य गुणहरूमा
When we
तल्किरहेको
say
हुनुपर्छ।
sila also, it must be qualifying sila.
जब हामी
We can recall it. When we have jaga also, it must be qualifying enough
एकदम
to recall
राम्रो
it,
राम्रो खालको
to do
जागा, राम्रो खालको
jaganosati.
शिला है, उत्तम
It will be more meaningful.
शिला त्यस्तो छ भने हामी
Worthy of
जागानुसति
spending money, right?
गर्दाखेरि
When you
एकदमै
have to
पदक
offer
आउँछ।
something, you have to spend your money.
केही कुरा दान गर्दाखेरि हामीले पैसा खर्च गर्नुपर्ने
You
हुन्छ।
use your money effectively,
यदि हामीले आफ्नो पैसा
that means
राम्ररी
whenever you recall,
प्रयोग गर्छौँ
you can feel happy. You can rejoice.
जब हामीले त्यसै राम्रो मेहनत गरेर सदा
Then you can also do
भने त्यो दानलाई
jaganosati.
सम्झिँदाखेरि पछि खुसी लाग्छ अनि हामी जागानुसति गर्न सक्छौँ।
Okay, so whatever practice,
जब
if we summarize,
ध्यान भयो भने
sila
हामीले चाहिँ
also useful for recollection.
शील पनि राम्रै छ।
When we do sila, dana or sila, based on that we can also establish concentration, samadhi.
शील दुवैको
Based on the samadhi, we can also continue practicing vipassana.
अनुसति गरे पनि समाधि उत्पन्न हुन्छ। त्यस
That means our mind must
विपसना गर्न सक्छ।
incline to 3 trainings all the time.
त्यसकोमा आफ्नो
It will be more meaningful.
मन चाहिँ शील शिक्षा समाज
May you all be able
शिक्षामा चाहिँ
to
ढल्किरहनु पर्छ।
practice 3 trainings and may you all be able to realize final
सबैजना
solution
शील
and not
समाज प्रज्ञाको
suffering.
आचरण गरेर दुःखबाट मुक्त भएको निर्वाण सम्पत्ति प्राप्त गर्न सकोस्।
Okay, then you may have a question, right? Or any other program after Dhamma talk?
Yes, sir. After Dhamma talk, we would like to have a short break and then we would like to have closing ceremony.
Okay, okay.
There are a few questions in Zoom.
Okay.
Wandami Sara, I will be attending your retreat in Ang Thong next month. Is there any preparation in terms of pariyati and bhatipati that I should make in the short brief period before then? Thank you, Sara.
Okay, just prepare your mind, right? If you are just beginner, prepare your mind. Get ready to face all the difficulty when you are practicing. It's okay.
Could not avoid
Right?
shortcut mistake of the during misunderstanding.
You know this one? Okay.
Xin có câu hỏi, con mong muốn thầy giải thích rõ hơn và chia sẻ rõ hơn cái pháp mà gọi là phóng dật đó, tức là sống không phóng dật là con đường con đường chết mà không phóng dật là con đường sống á. Con muốn xin nói rõ hơn.
He would like to request Sayadaw elaborate more about hitless and hitful. So the hitless live, but as is dead already, and the hitful is really living. So could Sayadaw explain more on that?
Actually, okay, one more thing, right? If we are not very heedful, we will forget to do kusala. Okay, another thing is immoral person. Today I already mentioned immoral person like a literally dead one. So that means sila also die, right? Sila is really very foundation of Buddha teaching. You know already, sila samadhi panya. Sila is the foundation. Without sila, no samadhi. Without samadhi, no panya.
सिल चाहिँ बुद्ध धर्मको जग हो है सिल छैन टाउको नभएको जस्तै हो है सिल छैन भने समाधि हुन
if there is
सक्दैन
no sila, we cannot expect samadhi and panya.
सिल छैन भने समाधि र पन्याको आशा गर्न सक्दैन.
So here death means
अब यहाँ
if we
मरेको
are
भन्नाले
heedless,
यदि हामी चाहिँ
our
सतीविहीन छौँ
morality
भने
dead,
हाम्रो चाहिँ
concentration dead,
सती पनि मर्छ
also
है समाधि
wisdom
पनि
also
मर्छ पन्या
dead.
पनि मर्छ.
That's why it's called heedless, right? Dead.
सती
What about
नभएको मरेको
heedful?
मान्छे जस्तै हो.
Of course, if we are heedful,
अब सतीवान
we
छ
can do
भने
dana
है
properly.
सतीवान
We
छ
also
भने
do sila properly.
दान पनि
We also
राम्ररी गर्न
do
सक्छौँ
samadhi,
समाधि पनि
panya
राम्ररी गर्न
properly.
सक्छौँ पन्या पनि राम्ररी
Then
गर्न सक्छौँ
our lives is more meaningful.
अनि हाम्रो जीवन एकदम सार्थक हुन्छ.
Right? It's also maybe worthy of living. That's why this is called living. Right? Another thing is when we talk about Abhamada before, I also have already mentioned a few explanations. Other I remember like a Sarada Kiriya, continuity, the consistency, right? Another thing is Sakata Kiriya, respectfully, rather than Anikita Wada, that means taking responsibility. Right? I just said the one. Actually, there are many other explanations about Abhamada. It will be too wide. I think you may have a Vibhanga translation in Vietnamese, right?
भेटनामीमा
You can learn
विभङ्गता
from Vibhanga.
गरेको छ होला है विभङ्गमा छ
Vibhanga.
अपमादा सतीको बारे.
Okay. So should I search in AI about Abhamada? You feel headache, right? Okay then.
Please elaborate more. What is the reason why Anathapindika and Visakha did not attain arahantship until now, where they have attained, have attained Sotapanna? Thank you very much, Li Mei Mei.
Okay, that one is they have very strong attachment to their family. They love their family too much, right? That's why they have to live in the samsara very long. So when their defilement become weaker and weaker, they will attain higher attainment naturally.
कमजोर कमजोर हुँदै हुँदै जान्छ स्वाभाविक रूपमा नै
So the main thing is defilement,
कारणले मार्गफल
attachment to family.
लाभ गर्न सक्छ.
Okay.
त्यही कारणले आफ्नो आसक्ति चाहिँ कम गर्नुपर्छ मार्गफल लाभ गर्नको लागि.
Pāramīs in Buddhanussati, how long should we maintain Buddha's image in the mind before we allow it to disappear?
Okay. Actually, for beginner, not that easy to maintain Buddha's image. Although you don't see Buddha's image, you can keep recollecting Buddha's quality. This is also good enough for beginners, right? But for advanced meditators, then when your concentration becomes stronger, you may feel like you are sitting together with the Buddha. or you are sitting in front of the Buddha. You may feel like you are meeting living Buddha. Right? This is the power of Buddhanussati. Okay, now anything? Okay, so now we can share.
Another question.
Okay.
Sayadaw, in Buddhavam, do you have attachment with family?
Buddhavams, they may have attachment to divine pleasure. Right? For family, I'm not sure. Do they have family or not? I have never been to Buddhavam, I don't know. Right? Right? I don't know Sakya Baba to visit Buddhavam also. Okay. No more? Okay, we can share merit, right? Okay.
Bạch Ngài, con muốn hỏi câu này nó riêng tư một tí, tức là liên quan tới cái phần những người mà làm con mà Phật tử á, khi mà cha mẹ mà mất thì cái việc mà cung kính thờ phụng đối với những cái bậc hữu ân như vậy thì cách như thế nào là tốt nhất theo lời dạy Đức Phật?
I would like to ask a question related to personal life. As a Buddhist, when we have parents and when parents pass away, then how should we worship the parent with grateful mind in a proper way?
Actually, in the case of departed parents or other relatives, the best way is to share merit with them. That's good enough. Right? For worshiping, of course, remembering their gratitude, you can worship, it's okay. One more question there.
Dear Sayadaw, last time you mentioned that for those who learn deep and profound Dhamma, they can understand about the ultimate reality better. So for those who don't have time to learn about it, because for example, the practice takes them for a long time, so they will not understand the ultimate reality better than those who learn thoroughly.
Okay. See, we have two different things, right? Learning and practicing, we must balance these two. If we can balance this, it will be much better. Sometimes we practice, we don't learn. Practicing many things wrong. Right? Sometimes we learn, we don't practice. All our knowledge becomes useless. We must balance these two. In the case of profound Dhamma, it's like a learning ultimate reality. This is called profound Dhamma, right? It was given like a learning Dhamma also possible. So if we have learned that kind of things, okay, we have already learned very difficult one. We can digest easy one very easily. This is also one of the qualifications, right? So okay, if we summarize, although you practice very long time, if you're going to improve, okay, learn a little bit more. You might have time. You must spare your time for learning. Okay, learning means not only reading, right? I already mentioned, you must remember many parts of teaching. Another thing is we must have the right attitude when we are learning. Right attitude means sometimes we just learn like to defeat somebody or to do debate or that kind of things, right? This is the bad attitude. Don't do it. The right attitude means I will learn, I will practice, I will apply in in our daily life. It will be more useful, right?
Right attitude. So
that means attitude must be right. We have one simile. Snake action. Alakadubama. Like we have very poisonous snakes. We are going to catch the snakes. If we hold the tail, the head can turn and bite. If we hold the head, the tail can turn and hit. If we hold in the middle, head also can turn and bite, tail also can hit. That similarly, there are some learners. They just learn here and there, from the very beginning, from the end, from the middle. They don't learn full version. Not only that, when they are like a quoting or like referencing, right? They will cut the part they like and then quote. They may have their own idea of interpretation and many other. Right? That means to defend themselves, they learn. In this kind of case, catch a snake. We can be bitten by a snake anytime. So when we have right attitudes for practicing, it's okay. You can take time, right?
Another question on Zoom. Sayadaw, when reciting sharing merit, etawata in Pali, must know meaning word by word in order to be effective or not, or is it not necessary?
Okay, so here in this case, right? Okay, we just go formality about sharing merit. If you use your own language, also okay. Like for example, Etawadaja Amehi Sambadan Bunya Sambadan, right? So far we have accumulated this kind of charity or generosity or any good actions of wholesome deed, right? Then Sabbe Deva Numodanu Sabba Sambati Siddhiya, right? May all the devas be able to rejoice. Right? That means although you use your own language, it's okay. Of course, if you use Pali, it will be a little bit wider. It can be for every Buddhist community, right? If you do bilingual, also okay. Pali, your own language. You can recite two together. Actually, in Myanmar, if you have been to Myanmar, you may know, we Myanmar people share our own language. We don't use Pali. Only when I give Dhamma in English, I have to use this kind of formula. Etawadaja Amehi or right? That kind of things. Usually we just use our own language. Okay, huh? Okay, one question right there.
Pāramīs Sayadaw, con có nghe nói là ở trên cây thì có nhiều vị sinh sống, cho nên nếu mà mình chặt cây thì có thể các vị ấy sẽ nổi giận. Con nghe nói là dạ, con nghe nói là sắp tới có thể có nhiều cây rừng mà sẽ được chặt để trồng trọt một số cây ăn trái. Thì con muốn hỏi là liệu có nguy hiểm gì tới cho các bạn và những người công nhân làm những công việc này không ạ? Cảm ơn Ngài.
Sayadaw. I said, I heard that in Buddha teaching said there on the tree, maybe there are deva who stay on it, and when we cut the tree, they may get angry and they may harm us. So coming time we may have many tree cut to plant like fruit other tree. Then is it any dangerous or harmful to those who cut it or the worker?
Okay. It depends on the power of tree deva also. If they are powerful, they can harm, right? If they're not that powerful, they cannot do.
रुखमा बस्ने देवताहरूको शक्तिमा भर पर्छ। यदि रुखमा बस्ने देवता एकदम शक्तिशाली छ भने उनीहरूले हानि गर्न सक्छ। एकदमै कमजोर देवता छ भने उनीहरूले केही पनि गर्दैन।
Another thing?
Another question on Zoom. Several days ago, I attended Vesak ceremony, and when the sadhus and bhikkhus enter to the hall, I could not hold my tears. Is it kusala or akusala chitta? What may be cause the tears?
Okay, because of joy, if you have a tear, it can be kusala. Because you feel sad and that means you have tear. In this case, it will be akusala, right? So I cannot read your mind, so I cannot say it's a kusala or kusala. Okay. Okay, now we can share it, right? Idame punyam asavakaya vaham hotu. Idame punyam nibbanasa bhajayo hotu. Mama punya bhagam sabba satanam vivajemi. Te sabbe me sama punya bhagam labandu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, can we get this one, Noni, right? Noni now, right? Okay. So we will rest for a while. Okay.
Thỉnh đại chúng ta nghỉ 5 đến 7 phút và xin mời mọi người trở lại thiền đường để chúng ta tiếp tục chương trình bế mạc tối nay. May we invite on Sangha and Sayadaw U and on the yogi you may have break 5 to 7 minutes and then we come.
Anything?
So, Sayadaw.
Okay.
Yeah, we have closing ceremony, some
Okay.
speech.
Okay.
So then after some yogi also will speak.
Okay.
So I will start the program. So, Sayadaw, please kindly allow me to start our closing ceremony. Most venerable Sayadaw, venerable members of Sangha, respected Sayale, sister nuns and their meditator. Before we begin, we would like to respectfully pay homage to Triple Gem by reciting Namo Tassa 3 times. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa. Today, 18. Today, the 18th of May 2026, marks the final day of our 30 days meditation retreat at the Dhammadayada Meditation Center, held under the compassionate and wise guidance of Sayadaw U Kovida. Today, closing ceremony will include a series simple yet meaningful parts. First, a few words of reflecting and gratitude for the organization team, followed by reflection and sharing for the meditator, then an opportunity to ask forgiveness from the Triple Gem and Shadow, followed by flowers offering and a group photo so that together we may conclude the retreat in peace, joy and wholesomeness. Dear everyone, it feels like only yesterday that we first gathered here and carrying very different life journey and inner peace. Some came here filled with hopes and expectations. Some arrived carrying the deep suffering, confusion, or unanswered questions within their hearts. Some travel a very long way from many different countries to reach this Himalaya mountain. Some came with an enthusiasm for another opportunity to practice, while others arrived with worries, uncertain whether they would even have a strength to complete the retreat or not. But finally, all the yogis able to complete. And yet today, looking back, 30 days have quite passed. 30 days may not be a long period in one's lifetime, but sometimes it's long enough for us to learn how to sit quietly with ourselves and come to understand ourselves more clearly. This retreat brought together near the 60 meditators from many different countries, including Vietnam, Nepal, Thailand, India, China, Myanmar, Russia, Mauritius, Ukraine, and others. Although we are different in language, culture, profession, age, and life circumstance, all of us came together here for one true noble purpose: to study and practice the teaching of the Blessed One, to transform suffering, cultivate wholesome qualities, and gradually walk the path toward peace and liberation. In a world filled with noise, distraction, and fragmentation, the peace over the past mouth has become something very special. A piece of virtue, silent mindfulness, inner observation, and sincere effort. Dear respected members of our yogis, we understand that this retreat has not been easy. With a daily schedule beginning at 3:45 in the morning, approximately 6 or 8 hours of meditation each day. Together with observing precept, living in noble silence, simplifying personal needs, and continuously returning to peace. This has not been easy even for experienced meditators, let alone for those who are new to meditation. Some have experienced peace, clarity, and progress in their practice, such as advance to higher level of concentration or developing in the calmer and more peaceful breath. Yet others have had to face a bodily pain, drowsiness, wandering thoughts, doubts, old memories, loneliness, tension, homesickness, or at the times even the feelings of wanting to give up. Some sat in meditation feeling their minds were very restless. Some felt they had made no progress at all. Some even felt as though they were moving backward rather than forward. But what is truly precious is not that we achieve something extraordinary. What is the precious is that you continue to sit down. You continue to return to the breath. You return to your meditation object. You return and look deeply into your own body and mind. The past 30 days have not merely been 30 days of meditation practice. They have also been 30 days of cultivating the precious Pāramīs, the perfection of patience while enduring the body pain and difficulties, the perfection of renunciation in letting go of families, comforts, and convenience, and the perfection of energy and preservation in continuing the practice while the mind like it or not. Even hour of meditation, every step of walking meditation, every moment of overcoming the oneself has been wholesome seed planted into a stream of consciousness. Dear respected yogis, perhaps one of the most special aspects of this retreat is that we have had the opportunity to practice together on the peaceful land of Buddha. It was in this very country more than 2,500 years ago the Bodhisattva was born. Here he grew up, renounced the royal place and solved the path beyond the suffering, attained enlightenment, and later returned to guide the countless beings toward liberation. And within this majesty, Himalayan countries, and within this majesty, Himalayan mountains as well, countless hermits, meditates, and noble beings throughout history have lived simply life of renunciation and diligence, cultivating morality, concentration, and wisdom. In today's age, an age of smartphones, social media, overwhelming information, worldly pressure, and endless mental disturbance, we still possess the rare good fortune to turn off our phones, slow down amidst quiet mountains and forests, sit with each breath, and relearn an ancient part of Sila, Samadhi, and Panya, walked by the Buddhas and noble ones. This is truly a great bliss. Even more special is the fact that in the age filled with many different opinions and meditation methods, not all of which align with the original teaching of the Buddha, we have been fortunate to relearn a part of the practice that systematically guide, practiced, and direct leading toward Nibbana. Thanks to immense kindness and effort of generation of the monks who have preserved and transmitted the Dhamma. On the occasion, we would also like to express our deep gratitude to our spiritual teacher and abbot of the monastery, the Venerable Sayadaw. Through his great compassion and blessing, this remote Himalayan region has become the peaceful where the morality, concentration, and wisdom continue to be natural, where the people from many countries have the opportunity to encounter the true Dhamma, study and practice meditation in a systematic and proper way. We respectfully pay homage to him and sincerely pray that he may always enjoy good health, long lively, peace, and well-being, continuing to be the great shade of refuge for the countless beings walking the spiritual path. And Venerable Sayadaw, dear respected yogis, if we have had a strength and determination to sit here throughout these past 30 days, behind that effort lies an immense amount of merit, devoted guidance, and compassion from the direct teacher of this retreat, Venerable Sayadaw U Kovida. We would like to express our deepest and most heartfelt gratitude to Sayadaw for compassionately accepting the invitation and year after year, traveling a great distance to come to hear and guide meditator through an intensive retreat, generosity sharing the precious fruits of what Sayadaw had diligently studied, cultivated, and realized through the personal practice. We are deeply grateful to Sayadaw for his profound wisdom, unwavering, diligent patience, and boundless loving kindness. For 30 For 30 continuous days, Sayadaw tirelessly gave Dhamma talk, guided meditation practice, met with the meditator each afternoon for interview and progress report, lead chanting, and meditate together with the community every early morning and evening. To have the opportunity to listen the Dhamma every day for 30 continued days is truly a great bliss, something a rare and not easy found in one's lifetime. Throughout this retreat, Sayadaw carefully guided us step by step in following the footsteps of the Buddha. From the birth of Prince Bodhisattva through the 15 Rains retreats when the Buddha returned to Kapilavatthu. Not only did we have an opportunity to study the great chronicles of the Buddha in a clear, vividly, and deeply inspiration way, but Sayadaw also offered a profound explanation of many important sutta, emphasizing the path of practice, proper meditation method, common obstacle, and a pitfall to avoid, as well as practical ways to directly apply the Dhamma in our present cultivation. What we have learned here is not mere knowledge. It is the map for the spiritual life and spiritual journey. A map that helps us understand where we are, which direction we should take, and how we should continue walking on the long path toward the Nibbana. We sincerely hope that the remaining Rains retreat in the Buddha's life story will continue to be compassionately taught by Sayadaw for us in the near future. Beyond our deep gratitude to the Triple Gems and Sayadaw, we would also like to wholeheartedly rejoice in all the noble merit that Sayadaw has directly cultivated through the morality, concentration, wisdom, and tirelessly offering of the Dhamma. May these wholesome merits continue to support and condition the fulfillment of all the noble aspirations that Sayadaw cherishes. May Sayadaw always enjoy the good health, peace, happiness, longevity, and continue compassionately great success in sharing the Dhamma and benefiting the countless beings. Above all, we sincerely hope that year after year, we may continue to have the significant good fortune to study and practice together with Sayadaw here in the Himalayan mountain forest monastery. Venerable Sayadaw and their respected yogis, a meditation retreat is not be built solely upon the Dhamma talks and hours of meditation practice. A retreat is also built upon the countless, quiet, and unseen act of care behind the scenes. On the occasion, we would like to express our sincere gratitude to the entire service team and organization community of the monastery. We would like to especially thank the kitchen team, those who not only prepare the good meal each day, but also offer a care, kindness, and wholesome intention through every meal, helping to sustain the body so that meditators may have the strength to cultivate the mind. We would also like to express our deep gratitude to all those quietly working behind the scenes, the cleaning team, the lodging team, transportation support, technical support, translators, those care for the faculty's preparation, sound system, drinking waters, medicine, accumulation, and many other small yet truly essential tasks. There are many forms of work that may be unnoticed, but without them, this retreat could not function smoothly and completely. We would also like to acknowledge that sincerely thanks the media and the technical teams both here at the monastery and in Vietnam. Those who have quietly and diligently recorded and live streamed the Dhamma talk each evening on YouTube and Facebook, allowing the hundreds of people from the far to accompany this retreat, listen to the Dhamma, and establish wholesome connection with the Triple Gem. These teachings will also become the precious resource for many people to study, reflected upon the practice within the years to come. Dear respected yogis, without the generous support of donors from many places, it would have been difficult for us to gather here today under such a good condition. We would like to sincerely express our deep gratitude to all the benefactor and donor, those who have contribute to building the good condition in still challenging Himalaya region, and who have generously supported accommodation, food, medicine, electricity, water, faculties, audio system, and many others necessaries for this retreat. Some donors are physically present here, others are not. Yet all them have been practicing together with us through their generosity, support, and spiritual offering. The merits generated from the retreat, the merits of observing precept, meditation, practice, listening to the Dhamma, and supporting the Triple Gems, we sincerely dedicate to all the donor, volunteers, supporters, and those connected to this wholesome undertaking. May these merits become a supporting condition for longevity, beauty, happiness, strength, wisdom, and noble spiritual opportunity, leading ultimate toward the deathless Nibbana. Dear respected yogis, today Sayadaw and some meditator, dear respected yogis, tomorrow Sayadaw and some meditator will depart after completing this first retreat, while others will remain to continue with the next two retreats. To those who will return home, we will sincerely hope that you will return with the greater peace in your heart and deeper self-understanding, a more wholesome way of living, and less suffering in daily life. Even if even a small portion of the mindfulness and clarity cultivation here can be carried into the everyday life, then these 30 days will already have a power to transform an entire lifetime. As for those practitioners who will continue staying, the past 30 days are not an ending, but only a first important step. You have already established a very good foundation in these 30 days. Please continue maintaining a momentum of practice. If you need a rest for a few sessions, then please rest. If the body is tired, take care of it. But afterward, please continue your practice as usual. For those who have committed to 2 or 3 continued retreat, the coming days may become special and important for the growth and deepening of your concentration and inner development. Sometimes profound transformation does not happen in the first few weeks. Rather, it's come only after we have truly learned how to patiently remain with ourselves. Venerable Sayadaw and dear respected yogis, throughout the process of organizing the retreat and supporting Sayadaw and all the meditators, although we have sincerely tried our best, we understand that we could not avoid a shortcoming mistake on mindful living. Due to limitation in understanding the ignorance, limited human sources of simply the limitation of our own capacities. There may have been occasion when shadow or meditator experience inconvenience, discomfort, difficulties, unpleasant feelings, or had to exercise extra patience. For all of these, we sincerely ask forgiveness and respectfully seek the compassion and understanding of Shadow and the entire assembly. May we continue to develop a greater wisdom, experience, and merit so that future retreats we may organize even better. In practical way, the translation team would also like to respectfully ask forgiveness from the Triple Gems, from Shadow and all the yogis for any unfavorable shortcoming during in the translation of Dhamma talk. Please kindly forgive us. At times, due to hearing the incorrectly misunderstanding or the limitation in our ability, we may not have fully conveyed the profound meaning that Shadow intend to transmit. We sincerely inspire to continue learning, cultivating merits and wisdom so that we may serve the Dhamma more skillfully in future. Finally, we would like to wholeheartedly dedicate all the merits arising from this retreat to our parents, teachers, spiritual friends, all the donors, volunteers, relatives, and loved ones, guardians, devas, those who are living, those who have passed away, and all the beings suffering in every realm of existence. May all beings be peaceful and happy, increase the wholesome qualities, encounter the true Dhamma, understanding correctly, practice correctly, and gradually transform suffering. May the Buddha dispensation long endure in the world. May many beings with the wholesome condition encounter the Dhamma, practice Sila, Samadhi, and Panya, and moreover closer toward Nibbana. Finally, we make this aspiration. May the true Dhamma long live. May beings revere and honor the Dhamma. May many encounter the Buddha's teaching, practice rightly, and be liberated free from all suffering. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So following the programs that this time, we would like to warmly invite anyone who would like to share their reflection, their experience or feelings for the retreat to please come forward, and you can share your own experience if you want.
Dạ, con kính bạch ngài thiền sư, kính bạch chư tăng, kính bạch các cô tu nữ và cùng các thiền sinh ở khắp nơi tại khóa thiền này. Hôm nay là cái buổi kết thúc của một tháng khóa thiền mà đối với con thì rất là ý nghĩa tại cái vùng đất thiêng liêng. Đây là khóa thiền đầu tiên của cá nhân con đến đây. Thì qua suốt 1 tháng thì con đã hành thiền và học hỏi được rất nhiều cả về pháp học và pháp hành, và mình vượt lên chính cái bản thân mình, cũng như tích lũy được những cái lời giảng rất là thâm sâu, quý báu.
Dear Sayadaw and Honorable, this is my first time I could attend the retreat, and this 30 days is very special to me. This is the first time I can meditate here in this Himalaya mountain, and I could receive very wonderful and precious Dhamma.
Cái thành tựu lớn nhất của con ở đây đó là mà trước khi từ Việt Nam qua đây thì con cứ nghĩ rằng là mình sẽ không hành thiền quá 1 tiếng rưỡi, nhưng kết quả con đã hành thiền được 2 tiếng 15 phút. Đó là một cái kỳ vọng mà không thể mình vượt lên, bởi vì mình đang đối diện với bệnh tật.
Before I came here in Vietnam, I thought that I could not sit 1.5 hours per section, but when coming here and throughout the days, I could sit 2 hours 15 minutes per section, and this is beyond my expectation because I have many physical illness.
Điều đó là được thành tựu bởi sự hỗ trợ từ ban tổ chức, từ vị thầy thiện xảo, cũng như là các cái điều kiện rất là tốt đẹp ở đây.
That's achievement because of many supporting conditions from the organizers and the mastery teacher and many other conditions that I could achieve.
Chính vì vậy con rất là thành tâm tri ân ngài thiền sư, tri ân ban tổ chức cùng các đại thí chủ cũng như là các bằng hữu.
That's why I would like to express deep gratitude towards Sayadaw, the organizer, and on the donors and on the supporters.
Mặc dù con không theo hết được 3 khóa thiền, tuy nhiên khóa thiền này đã để lại cho con một cái kết quả mỹ mãn như mong đợi.
Although I could not follow 3 retreats, but this retreat alone let me wonderful research that I more than I expected.
Và con cũng mong chờ được tiếp tục nghe giảng pháp của ngài 20 hạ nữa của Đức Phật.
And I also looking forward to hearing from Sayadaw soon about Buddha life, Buddhavaṃsa in remaining Vasa.
Con cầu mong sự thành tựu đến với tất cả với vị thiền sư trong cái nguyện ước, trong con đường truyền bá đạo pháp và các chư tăng cũng như là ban tổ chức và các thí chủ.
And wish on the best wishes to Sayadaw, organizer, Sangha, and on the donor on the way propagation the Dhamma.
Con xin chúc tất cả các quý thiền sư, các quý sư cũng như là quý cô tu nữ cũng như các thiền sinh ở lại và tiếp tục thành thiền, sẽ thành tựu được những kết quả tốt đẹp nhất.
And I would like to wish on Sangha, Salai, and Dhamma friend who remain other 2 retreat could practice well and have a best result.
Sadhu, 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 sadhu.
Bandami Venerable Sayadaw, all Bhantes and Salis and all yogis, as we come to the conclusion of this retreat, I would like to respectfully offer our deepest gratitude to Venerable Sayadaw for invaluable guidance, teachings, and compassion that have been shared with all of us throughout these days of practice. During the retreat, Sayadaw offered not only meditation instructions, but also many profound Dhamma teachings and stories from the life of the Buddha and noble disciples. These teachings gave all of us the opportunity to reflect more sincerely on our practice, our conduct, and our daily lives. The patience, wisdom, and care with which the teachings were given have been truly meaningful and deeply appreciated by everyone here. I would also like to extend my gratitude to respected Bante Punyawanto and Saleh Khema with all those sleepless nights, effort, and dedication to organize this retreat to enhance the knowledge of Dhamma and practice for all yogis. Besides that, all the Dhamma talks translated to understand the Dhamma talk deeper is truly appreciated. And also all the organizers and workers who helped us support all terms and conditions and nourish our body with nutrition for strength and practice. Through this merit accumulated, may Venerable Sayadaw, respected Sangha and Salis, and everyone present continue to be blessed with good health, peace, and strength in the Dhamma. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu, 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 sadhu. Okay, the stronger girl, right? The oldest one and the younger ones in the right.
Vandami Venerable Sayadaw, Venerable Bante and Om Sali and Yogi. As this retreat at Park Dhammadaya, Nepal comes to an end, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to Venerable Sayadaw and to everyone who made this precious opportunity for study and practice possible. This is now the third year I have had the good fortune to practice under Venerable Sayadaw's guidance. Each time I return, I come to appreciate even more deeply your compassion, patience, and unwavering dedication through each interview and every nightly Dhamma talk. There were moments when I felt uncertain or stuck in my practice, yet just a few gentle words from Venerable Sayadaw give me renewed confidence and encouragement to continue walking this path. I am especially grateful for the evening Dhamma talks. Through your teachings on the suttas given throughout the Buddha's 15 years of teaching, I have come to appreciate more deeply the profundity, consistency, and practical beauty of the Buddha's Dhamma. Suttas that I once understood only intellectually become much more alive and meaningful through your explanations. By listening to the Dhamma and practicing under your guidance, my faith in the Triple Gem has grown much stronger. I understand more clearly now that encountering the true Dhamma is already very rare, but meeting a genuine teacher who truly understands and practices the path is even rarer. I would also like to offer my heartfelt thanks to all the organizers and volunteers whose quiet and selfless service created such peaceful and supportive conditions for practice. From the accommodation and means to the many small acts of daily support, everything allowed us to devote ourselves fully to the practice with peace of mind. I am also especially grateful to Venerable Punyawanto and Sayadaw Khema for their devoted translation work Helping Venerable Sayadaw's teachings reach international meditators like us so clearly, compassionately, and faithfully. Looking back on this retreat, I feel deeply blessed to have such wholesome conditions, a wise teacher, good spiritual friends, a suitable place to practice, and the opportunity to live close to the Dhamma. With deepest respect and gratitude, I bow to Venerable Sayadaw and sincerely thank everyone who supported and guided us throughout this retreat. May the blessings of the Triple Gem bring Venerable Sayadaw and all supporters peace, health, strength, and long life, so that many more practitioners may continue to be guided on the path leading to the end of suffering. I also hope to have the good fortune in the future to continue studying and practicing under Venerable Sayadaw's guidance. Buddha sasanang chirang ditantu. Buddha sasanang chirang ditantu. Buddha sasanang chirang ditantu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Okay, now one more.
Venerable Sayadaw, dear all listeners, I'm sorry in advance. I didn't prepare any speech properly, but out of gratitude, I just would like to share my experience. I originally wanted one time to come here to practice when I got to know that there is meditation center in Himalaya area, and I never thought I didn't know when I will be able to have this opportunity, but finally this year I have it, and I'm really grateful to Sally Kema for giving me this opportunity, for all organizers. I would like to say that first days when I arrived, I really could practice well because conditions very supportive here. Food, weather, and all structure, all conditions for us to keep noble silence and grow in Sila, Samadhi, Panya. During interviews, we receive a lot of support from Venerable Teacher, and I have already thanked Sayadaw during last interviews for his guidance and help in my practice in uplifting and supporting. But one more time, Venerable Sayadaw, I'm very grateful for all support and especially for Dhamma talks, for giving to us a lot of information for our knowledge and for our growth in Dhamma. And I'm happy every time to ask Sayadaw question and receive answers. And one more time, for all organizers, sadhu, sadhu, sadhu for giving to us opportunity to grow in Dhamma, to have really peaceful meditation here. The schedule is very nice, very supportive. So may all who practice here, people who practice here, continue growing Dhamma. May all of the kusala that we accumulated be shared with other beings. May we realize Nibbana as soon as possible. Thank you very much for all. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu.
So no more speech. So we would like to request Bante Punyavanto please lead us to do asking forgiveness with Triple Gem and Sayadaw. Vậy. Okasa in Pali.
Okay.
Now,
Respected Sayadaw, from us, from our side, from entire samsara to until now, if we did any mistake, please kindly forgive us. And we would like to say this in Pali, and also we would like to share the merits, and also we would like to accept Sayadaw's merit. So we all this recite in Pali. So all the yogis, please follow after me. Okasa Vandami Bhante.
Sadhu sadhu sukhi hodu nibbana sampatiyo hodu.
Mayankatam punyang samina anumoditabam.
Sadhu sadhu namodami.
Samina katam punyam mayam databam.
Sadhu namodi. Sadhu namoditabam.
Sadhu sadhu anumodami. Okasa dwara taina katang sabang achayang khamatha me bhante.
Kamami kamitabam.
Okasa kamami bhante. Sadhu sadhu sadhu.
so last part, we would like to offer the flower to Sayadaw, and after that we would like to have a group picture with Sayadaw all together. Chương trình tiếp theo chúng con xin dâng hoa đến ngài và chúng con xin chụp hình chung, tất cả mọi người chụp hình chung. Nhờ mấy bạn trong ban tổ chức sắp xếp cái chỗ đó được gọn lại và mọi người có thể tập trung lên bên trên. So the organizer, can you please help to rearrange the front area so that everyone can come and have a group picture as well as offering to Sayadaw.